You know what? I did offer to give Eric.
Did you
the
ask him
results.
if he did?
Yes. That was my first question to him.
And what did he say?
He said no. That he never offered to give Eric the results. That Eric was holding him up with he wouldn't sign the release unless he got the results. So the doctor kind of gave him some sort of vague, well, let's sign it and then, we'll see what we can do. I talked to the doctor. I said, if Eric calls you looking for the results, you can tell him that I personally said absolutely not. And then I got those voicemails this morning, and then this whole thing blew up.
Someone's lying.
Jan just seems very honest.
I don't know. Hold on a second. Why is Jan so honest? What is it that you know about Jan? I'm not saying he isn't.
I'm going on like just like there's some quality about him that seems a very honest person.
My understanding is that when they were doing the whole thing with the passports, Jan was the one that was getting so upset about I'm just saying that.
I mean, maybe Jan doesn't know the full story, but I believe Jan. If he says he witnessed the doctor saying, "Do you want results?" I believe he's telling the truth.
But you haven't spoken to the doctor yet.
I have not. I'd like to hear the doctor. Is he calling in?
He is. I think he's on the line right now.
Is this Dr. Randy?
Yes, hello.
Hey, doctor, how you doing?
Hey, so Doctor,
how are you?
Good, Dr. Randy. So I'm going to ask you this really quick. So thank you very much. First of all, even though I know we paid you, we probably couldn't pay you enough to do what you're doing.
We actually didn't pay him. He's doing this as a fan.
Oh, that's great. Well, thank you, Doctor. So Dr. Randy understands the show. If he's a fan, then he really understands the show. So, Dr. Randy, without giving too much away, you went to see Eric and you administered the test. And when you were done, you asked him to sign a release that we all signed. And the release is because as a doctor, you have to be given a release that says you're allowed to give the results to an outside party, correct?
Correct.
Okay. So how did everything go down? So when you were done with the test, did you say, Eric, could you please sign this? And then what happened?
No. The way it went down is that Eric came in the office, and I had him sign the release before I administered the test.
Okay. And was there an issue with him signing it right up front?
He was reluctant to sign the test up front based upon his concerns of what his score would be. So when I did at that point, I turned the test over, and on the back of the test, to have the range of scores where it's broken down into average, low average, high average, et cetera, et cetera. And I talked about a range with Eric as where do you expect to fall on this scale? And we talked about that range, and based upon what I knew of Eric at that time, his education, his background, his verbal capacity, I told him, this is where I expect you to land.
But it doesn't mean that's where he landed. I don't want to know. I'm just saying you had an expectation before he took the test. Basically, you were trying to calm his fears.
Right. I was trying to get him to take the test, sign the release, and get the test over with based upon an expectation. And he was okay with that. And then, because there's no way I could give him the score right there. I'd have to take the test home and score it, but it takes a couple hours.
Right.
So he knew he wasn't getting the score right then. That was never in the conversation. I did tell him I would call him back the next day and tell him where his range was.
And did you do that?
I gave him a range. I said, and I didn't say an exact range. I just said, based upon our conversation, you should be okay with your results.
See, that's already too much information.
I agree.
I got him to sign the release.
No, I got you. I'm not giving you a hard time, but I wish you hadn't even done that because because that wasn't the deal for him, and he's just a monstrous.
Well, but do you agree now that Eric he did listen? Did he use the word range or score? It sounds like Jan was Jan. Do you know who Jan is, Dr. Randy?
Jan was in the office.
So Jan heard you say to him, "You'll call back with the range."
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it sounds like you did do that. So then, what the hell is Eric complaining about?
No. But what I'm saying is, Jan wasn't lying.
Because Eric now has a range, but I'm sure he wants a specific score, and maybe he's inferring from what the doctor said that the doctor would have told him what the score was going to be. Look, I can't fault Jan for going off of what the doctor said. You're right, Benji. He did tell the truth, but
it should have never. This conversation should have never happened right from the beginning. Eric should have walked in, signed the release, taken the test, and he knows that. And I don't. Anybody says that he doesn't understand anything else, he knows, he listened to the show, he knows what we were asking of him, yet something that 12 other people have done without incident with him.
And this is what I really don't understand now, because now it sounds like the doctor gave Eric more information than anybody else had. And so then what is Eric so angry about today? Like you heard those voicemails he left and on the phone today? Like, where's the anger coming from? It sounds like he got what he wanted.
I haven't heard. My guess is, have you guys said on the news he's been doctor and things
Well,
like that.
but I still think in a way he did because
The
he
doctor
wouldn't.
just said he didn't.
No, but he did because
Sounds like it to
he
me.
wouldn't sign the release. He's like, I'm not signing that release unless you tell me.
Doctor, was he when he about the release, or did he have some hesitation?
Yeah, he had a lot of hesitation. And my point was like, Eric, if I give you a score and then you sign the release, there's no way for you to come back to sign the release. Just sign the release now, and we'll go from there.
And
there was no inclination I was going to give him.
So he was a little scared. He signed it.
You're changing the story. The anger from Eric today wasn't over whether or not he the doctor. The anger from Eric was he wanted his and he was angry about that. That's where all his anger was coming from.
And I still think he lied because he said, I never said, the doctor said he would give me the score. I never pressed him on it. But he did press him on it. It was the only way the doctor could get him signed the release was to give him something.
Doctor, if you didn't point out...
No, the doctor made the offer after he made the release.
Hold on, Bench. Doctor, if you didn't point out the range to him as you did, do you think he would have signed the release and taken the test?
I think eventually he probably would have, yes. But it was just a way of facilitating the process of getting it going.
And based on what the doctor is saying, he already signed the release, and then Dr. Randy offered, hey, I'll call you up after I score this and give you the range without any of Eric pressing. Is that basically correct?
That was that was how we got him to sign the release.
Okay.
That's right.
Okay. Well, then
in other words, he was negotiating. Okay, so is a big word. Negotiating, pestering, whatever you want to call it.
Regardless, the crux of the argument is Eric is angry because he wants to score today. And I don't know why he expects it today. I don't know what any of us has ever said to him that would make him think he'd be getting his score today, or why he thinks he could be this angry about it.
If I had it my way, I would take the score, you have it somewhere, I'd put it in an envelope, I'd FedEx it to him, and I'd...
But wait a second, you're saying he's angry, but that is what the doctor
Doctor never said he gave him a score.
Well, the range,
never heard,
he probably misunderstood.
and it sounded like the doctor gave him the range. So what is he angry about?
Well, I don't know.
Jason's right, because he doesn't have a score. That's what he's angry about.
And he's cursing at me, and he's cursing at Gary and Howard, and my guess is the doctor, too.
I don't know that's what he was. I thought he was angry that what you guys were calling
him. Ben, there's a lot you don't know. You didn't hear my voicemails. You didn't hear him screaming. And you didn't hear him on the air this morning screaming.
Did.
Wait, if I could interject. When I talked to him yesterday, I mean, he was frustrated he didn't get a score. I tried again, calming his fears. It's like, I wouldn't be upset with your obtained result. That's all I told. And maybe that is a bit too much. But yesterday when we hung up, he was okay.
But he wasn't okay because after he hung up with you, he left Jason these two extraordinarily angry voicemails. And again, I'm telling you, how many people... Hold on, Doctor. There were 8 people in the first test. There's 7 or 8 people in this test. Nobody's an issue. No one. Except for this guy.
Right. Well, I mean, I could give him a lot of other tests to give us a clear picture of really what's going on. But, there's more to it than just an IQ score.
All right, so let's leave it at that. So Dr. Randy has told us, and I'm saying I retract my statement that Eric doctor, but I will say that Eric was a pain in the neck. He knows how it works, and the fact that we didn't spell it out for him note for note is because he listens to the show all day long.
And is still threatening us, by the way.
What do you mean threatening?
He threatened to shove stuff up if I didn't give him a score.
Oh, really? I shouldn't have done that.
I'm on Eric's side on that one.
Well,
Dr. Randy,
I didn't ask you to pick a side.
Thanks for calling in and clarifying.
Right. Yeah. Have a good day.
All right, you too. All right, Dr. Randy, giving us a bit of clarity on the issue. And, well, I don't know if we're going to hear from Eric on Monday because Howard said it's going to be an Eric the Midget-free day.
I like that.
But
he said he'll try to.
Well, that's the question. Tony, you're on the wrap-up show.
There is absolutely no way that Howard does an Eric-free day, not with all his pending, and he's going to be thinking about it. He couldn't even do a really Eric-free day the rest of today. He went and picked Jon up and talked about him for half an hour. There's absolutely no way he does it. Yeah, I don't even think he makes it past 9 o'clock.
I think he picked up Jon because he felt he could have a more coherent conversation with Jon than anybody else. Jon at least will talk to you and not yell at you.
You know what's interesting? Jon has a very similar rhythm as Eric.
I noticed that. Yeah. Similar rhythm. They use a lot of the same words, and I guess they're a match made in...
Yeah. It sounds like they've been living together for 20 years. Like, they're high school friends. They're living in that house. I mean, Eric's in his mid-30s at this point. The guy must be around Eric every day for 20 years.
And he had Eric's back.
I think what's going to wind up happening is Johnny Frado's going to call. Frado's going to call first thing in the morning. He's going to get him thinking about it, talking about it, and then Eric's going to call all fired up, and he's going to pick him up. There's no way he goes all day without talking.
Well, Tony, Eric is definitely going to be on the line. The question is, will Howard pick him up? And I don't know. Gary Howard seemed today about it.
Yeah, but he might let the weekend go by, and he might soften up a little bit.
All right. Thank you, Tony. Ryan in Columbus, you're on the wrap-up show.
Yeah, Gary, I was wondering, why do you think Howard always gives Eric another chance? For instance, today he was, I'm done with you, I don't ever want to talk to you again. And by the end of the conversation, he's like, all right, well, we'll see how it goes after the results.
Because Eric is entertaining to a large portion of the audience, and so we can't, completely get rid of him.
And I also think that's always the most important thing for the show, but Eric is really inspirational to Howard, I think.
What?
I think that his resilient spirit is very inspirational to Howard. I'm not being sarcastic at all.
I never got that out of
Howard has said before on the air that he, really admires how full of life Eric is, and that he's sitting in that chair and he has all these feuds going on and angry, and he's doing webcam shows. Yeah, passion.
See, what I love about Eric is, if Riley gets on there and he starts, oh, you guys aren't giving me enough money, no one really cares. They laugh it off. The show goes on. No one ever brings it up. Eric gets on there, and he starts, and it riles everybody up, which makes for great radio.
Of course. That's why we love Eric on the show.
Jeff riles people up, too, by the way.
Yeah, a few people rile.
You should listen to Will on the phone with him.
Deal, or maybe a recurring character. What do you have in mind?
Well, I think we were thinking possibly we have one we're in the area of a hoarder, someone who kind of never leaves the house and has gotten so many a collection of so much stuff they can barely get out of the house. We thought maybe there was something in there.
So there's been some discussion about an Eric part based on what you heard here on the radio, and
somebody collects Eric in this.
That's possible.
So Eric would play a hoarder.
That is certainly one thing we discussed.
Eric, are you open to playing a hoarder?
That I would not mind doing.
What if you're a hoarder who also has to kiss a guy?
No.
You would never do that.
Okay, we'll scratch that off.
No.
That'll get him out of the house.
Robin Williams was in that fantastic movie. You know what I'm talking about, Robin?
Robin Williams?
Yes. Wasn't he in La Cage aux Folles?
Yes. Oh, yes. I completely forgot about that.
Robin Williams is not. He won an Academy Award.
Absolutely.
How is this guy an actor?
Some of the parts that Eric, these people don't really come from the cream of society.
Right.
People who end up in witness protection. Over the life of the show, there's been drug traffickers and diamond smugglers and counterfeiters and
he doesn't even understand. But he doesn't understand that.
Would he be a cross-dresser?
Will you be a cross-dressing pot farmer? Eric?
No.
All right.
Howard, I do understand what the show's about. I've watched just about every episode.
But how do you describe yourself as an actor if you don't understand that no one thinks you would be a real cross-dresser?
Do you think those actors you're watching have actually committed their?
I've seen John Malkovich play a man in a woman's outfit. He's like one of these psychopaths.
Yeah, Tom Wilkinson.
Absolutely. I don't understand how you're an actor. What actor says he won't play? He's almost.
There's nothing Eric will play except a hero.
We actually do have an area that we're talking about that does take place in the world of drag queens.
Go ahead.
Believe it or not.
And what would Eric be required to do?
Well, it's possible that he could be. We do have one of our WITSEC inspectors going undercover in a club, and he could be in that club.
So Eric would be required to go undercover. Let's say he's on the show. He assists by going undercover. He's a federal agent.
He's a federal agent?
Right.
Wow.
That's
I don't think that's what he had in mind.
No. Eric goes undercover as. Is that what you're referring to?
No, I think he would be like a club member, like he's one of the people who hangs out in this club.
Oh, he agrees to wear like a wire or something?
Well, or that's a possibility. The Wire, or he could just be actually in the club, part of that scene. They could maybe interview him, ask him a question or two.
Right. In other words, he might even
that they're looking for.
Right. Like in other words, Mary or somebody walks in and goes, "Hey, what do you know about this?" And
Right.
Eric,
Exactly.
I see.
An informant of
very good.
Eric, would you play that?
No.
Oh.
Wow.
Okay.
Well, I mean, you ever hear of it? Here's a chance to go on.
This is an actor, and he
a
wonders
hit
why
show.
you haven't gotten him more roles. He says no to most things.
John, what are you in your 5th season on this show?
Yep, we will be beginning season 5. Yes.
Yeah. Here is a hit show. Stars beautiful Mary McCormick, who
Yes.
played my wife in the movie. I mean, he won't play a cross-dresser.
Why won't you, Eric?
How could you be an actor and not play a cross-dresser? People would give their left arm who are actors to do that.
Why do you have the luxury of turning down every role when most actors have to take whatever there is?
Right.
Just don't feel like playing someone like that.
Mm-hmm.
Then you're not an actor. Do you understand that?
You can't pick and choose.
I feel that as an actor, if you take a role that you don't like, you're not going to perform well. And if you take a role you do like, you're going to give it all you got and do a good performance.
Would you play a white supremacist?
I don't know how that would work. I mean, a little person in a wheelchair before.
That's what makes you unique.
Right. What a plot line. What, you think little people don't people?
Hey, Eric, can I ask you a question? Considering all the things you said no to, what was it about the role that allowed your head to explode that you liked?
Well, that was kind of hit on me after I accepted it. I couldn't really back out.
Oh.
So you would have turned that down?
They came up with that after I had said yes.
Right, but I'm saying if you would have known in advance that your head was going to explode, would you have turned it down?
I don't know if I would or not.
How about, would you play a guy who lives in a cuckoo clock? I'm serious.
I don't see how that could even fit into that show.
Right. Well,
Con
John,
man?
would you play a con man? Someone who rips people off?
Yeah, I would go for that.
Yeah. John, do you see him with many lines or just like 1 or 2? I don't think he can handle more than 2.
Yeah, I think we were in the neighborhood of 2 lines.
I handled more than 2 in the show Fringe.
Ideally, how many lines, Eric, would you feel comfortable with?
Yeah, weren't you complaining that you had too many lines? And
Yeah,
too much,
we don't want to overwork you.
Yeah.
Well, to me, that was pretty much because that was my second acting gig. I didn't have much experience doing that, and I didn't know if I could handle a whole long bit of dialogue.
All right. So you're ready to do this. Do you really think I should help you with this, Eric? The way you talk about me and the way you boycott the show, do you think I should help you with this? Tell me why I should.
Well, it would be nice. It would help your karma go in reverse.
It would help my karma. My karma's shot.
Well, it may help to turn it around.
Would you ever go undercover on the show as a Thanksgiving turkey? Would you do that?
No.
No. All right. So, listen, John, you're a nice guy. John Strauss, executive producer of In Plain Sight. The guy's a super talented guy. Do you know he wrote the movie Something About Mary?
Really?
That's
One
correct.
of my favorites.
And you also wrote the incredibly huge phenomenon, which is the Santa Claus movies for Tim Allen. Is that correct?
That is correct.
There's a guy, Eric.
So this is a very talented man, Eric.
Right.
You going to go on the set and act professionally, or are you going to moan about everything?
I acted professionally on the 2 sets that I've been on so far.
Yeah. And, John, you have something in mind for him.
Yeah, we have a few different things. I really just wanted to, to see what kind of latitude we have, and
not much.
Now you know.
Yeah, a little on the narrow side.
Why don't you write apart from a man who thinks he's an Ewok from the Star Wars movies?
Eric, are you good with that?
Would you play a guy who believes he's an Ewok?
I guess I'd go with that.
Okay.
You have to get into the costume.
You would dress up as an Ewok?
Well, those Ewok costumes, no one sees who's in them because they
Right. That's correct.
cover the face and everything.
That's right. You would be an Ewok, but it would be you inside there pretending that you're an Ewok. All right.
I'd have to think about that.
All right.
All right. So in review, Hoarder, we're okay with.
You're okay with Hoarder?
Yes.
All right.
Con man.
Con man, where did we leave it on the cross-dressing bar?
No.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
No.
You understand that doesn't make you a cross-dresser if you play one.
I know that.
Okay.
But why won't you do it?
Just something I don't feel like ever doing in my life for any reason.
Oh.
And we thought it was unusual, but that was a possibility.
Right, Eric?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay. John, it was a painful discussion, and yet we did learn a few things.
Good luck.
Moved a little ways down the field here.
John, I don't know why I must be out of my mind, but I'm going to sanction this. Eric has threatened me. He has told me he won't do the show anymore.
He's boycotted us,
He's boycotted the show. He sends me lists and lists of demands. There's no reason on earth why I should do this for him, but I'm going to yet once again because I'm a nice guy.
Well, I've enjoyed listening to Eric on the show, and I did hear the list, and we thought if we could do our part to...
and who knows, John, maybe Eric will even thank you for the opportunity.
I think he thanks other people. He just doesn't thank us.
Maybe he'll even thank me, but I'm not holding my breath. You know what I'm saying?
I understand. Eric, is it, we do shoot the show in Albuquerque.
Oh, good luck.
Mexico.
Good luck getting them there.
Go.
I can't go. I need my oxygen. I need a 5-star accommodation. I need. Are you going to be a...
I've never said anything about needing 5-star accommodation.
Okay. Perhaps that was an exaggeration.
But you're going to have a lot of demands. Can you get to Albuquerque?
Yeah, I mean, it will be a little difficult, but it could be worked out.
Howard, I think in the last one, did they have to rent you a van?
Yeah.
They had to get an SUV and a driver to drive from here to Vancouver and back.
Oh my God! Hey, John, you're a top television guy. They don't explain to Eric that they don't care. They hire an actor and the actor has to show up.
That's pretty much the way it works. I mean, we generally actually we will fly if we cast somebody from LA. We will the show will fly them to Albuquerque. So I imagine we can make some kind of arrangements.
Right.
If there needs to be a van.
You got to write him in as you got to let me in on the writing of this thing. I want him to be a guy who lives in a small town in the West. He gets elected sheriff, but he rides around on a Shetland pony. Would you play that, Eric? With a big cowboy hat? You play that, right?
That sounds ridiculous.
Oh.
No, it's what's ridiculous about it?
Any way to work that in, John, where he's on a Shetland pony and he has a 10-gallon hat on?
We have plenty of horses in New Mexico.
Right.
So
yeah.
we could make it work.
So
homeless person was one other, that was another area.
Would you play a homeless person, Eric?
It'd be the second time I've done that, so sure.
Sure. Okay.
I think you're getting typecast.
Right. By the way, the show is called In Plain Sight. It stars Mary McCormick. John Strauss is the executive producer. I've got Eric on the phone with the executive producer of a TV show. Most actors would give
But you don't do that much for him.
I don't do anything for him. Will you admit that I'm a great guy? Repeat after me, Eric. Howard Stern is a great guy, and I love him for the opportunities he gets me.
Howard Stern is a great guy, and I love him for the opportunities that he gets me.
Thank you.
Wow.
Oh, thank you. Even if I put the words in your mouth.
Finally.
And
So it's 2-1.
I love Eric the actor.
2-2. Hein?
I want to hear him back.
3-2. There you go. The
You
tribe
can't
is
say
spoken.
Eric the actor?
What's that?
You can't say Eric the actor?
I could say Eric.
All
That's
right,
for
that's
sure.
cool.
But, and
Why don't
I...
you tell Eric he has a good con?
I want him back just so he can say he's not coming back anymore again and go through this whole thing again.
All right, I hear Teddy building up the yes, which means we have to end this wrap-up show. Gary, anything you'd like to plug?
I vow to be nicer to Eric in the future. That's sort of plug.
Very
No,
kind.
I'm trying to try. I'm going to try. It's hard. Don't get me wrong. It's hard.
Very kind of you. Benji?
Eric, it was so great to hear your voice today. I hope you do really come back. Twitter, Bronk, BRONK, Bronk.
Here's a guy who drives me crazy. Oh, now he's not there. I just saw him there. Jeff the drunk. I was going to yell at him.
What's he up to, and why were you going to yell?
I was driving in my car, listening to Howard 100 News, just at the beginning of our vacation. And Jeff the drunk was on there crying like a little about how Eric the midget participated in the IQ test, and we paid him some money, and how he doesn't get any money, and he was in the IQ test, and why don't we ever pay? And I mean, crying. It reminded me of a 3-year-old. Do we have that report, Gary? You got to hear it.
It's on GP2 and Green.
Thank you. It is the greatest thing ever. You got to hear this guy's a... Listen to this guy. Here, GP2, what'd he say? In Green? Okay. Here you go. Listen to this report. It's the greatest report ever. God bless Shuli and Jeff the drunk. Listen to this thing.
Oh,
Jeffrey,
yeah, what?
I want to talk to you. What's with the attitude?
Yeah, what? What do you want?
Someone is not a happy camper, and that someone is Jeff the Drunk Kuro. His IQ score was bested by his mortal enemy, Eric the Midget. And apparently, that's just the tip of the Kuro iceberg.
Yeah, I'm not happy about it.
Howard 100 News.
What a man-child.
That's him.
Dude, you are the ultimate douchebag. I mean, that's just shameful.
You don't see any difference between you and Eric.
I don't mean...
You guys don't see that?
I don't mean the difference between him and Eric. I mean, everything he's complaining that isn't done for him is exactly what we do for him. We don't give you money? Did I hear you say that?
Yeah.
How much money do you... you know what? I ought to stick you in the head. How much money do you think we've given you since we've known you? Do you have any idea? And I'm not talking about all the gigs we get you, the comedy gigs and going out.
We're just giving him money.
The number you're talking about is only since Sirius. I don't know how much we've given him since we've known him.
Right. Okay, since Sirius, how much money have we given you? Do you know?
I don't have a calculator.
Well, I'll tell you, I calculated.
But he said we don't give him any money.
$3,450. How much money have we given Eric since Sirius started? Do you know that answer?
No.
$1,533. Us off for more than double him. And you're on there crying like a little bitch how you don't get anything. I don't see if Eric gets something, how it has anything to do with you.
But by the same token, Eric is smarter.
Right.
And he didn't ask for it.
I think that's bogus, too.
I mean, you sound like a whining baby. First of all, this show doesn't owe you any money. Why are you comparing yourself to Eric? And by the way, in the comparison, you've wormed more money out of us than Eric ever has. What do you say to that?
But Eric asked and he got. You didn't ask.
Yeah, I did. I asked.
Who'd you ask?
Doesn't matter. No, he asks all the time. And my point is, with all his asking, he's made almost $4,000 in prize money. Eric hasn't made half of that.
I meant for the IQ test. Eric actually asked.
Eric actually asked at the end, and I said no, and he participated anyway, and because he did, I gave him some money. But so what?
But he brought up the money. Jeff didn't.
What's that got to do with how much money you've gotten versus him? Shame on you.
But to say you've never gotten anything is ridiculous.
I never said I never got anything.
Yeah, Eric got money for taking the IQ test because I thought he was being gracious at the end, and I rewarded him.
He demanded money.
That's right, he did. But what's that got to do with you and how much money you get? You're silly. That was a world-class tantrum if I've ever heard one.
Yeah.
When you hear that, what does it make you think?
Yep, I'm ungrateful, right?
Yep.
No, I mean, do you really listen to that and get embarrassed for yourself?
Yeah, I do.
Because you should.
It's terrible. I mean, I was driving in my car, I actually got angry. I was like, does that guy have any idea we've given him so much money?
You actually laughed, probably.
No, I was like, wow, I got angry. I almost wanted to drive back and get on the air, but I came to my senses. I know better than that.
I have a new nickname for Bobo.
What's that?
Dumbo.
Yeah, I've heard that before. That's funny. Yeah, Bobo was he was destroyed.
I heard he was bummed, but John Hein was also very bummed.
Nah, John Hein has nothing to be bummed about. I mean, he wanted to be the smartest guy on the show, and he wasn't. But
I think it's fetched.
Were you upset that you were lower than Eric the Midget?
I don't believe it, Howard. I can't believe that.
Yeah, but we didn't lie.
I cannot believe. No, I bet I want to be tested about the same guy that tested Eric, giving me the same breaks that Eric got.
No, in fact, the guy said he believes Eric would be higher. He didn't give him any breaks. He says because of his multiple handicaps that he should have been given certain breaks.
Well, my doctor said the same thing. And he said I would have scored well into the 90s.
I guess you're just going to have to live with the result. Hey, Bobo.
Hey, how you doing, Howard? First of all, Jeff,
I didn't want to hang up on Jeff. Can you get Jeff back on? I locked him in, and it didn't stay locked. Hold on, Bobo.
And Howard.
Yeah.
Well, I have you on the line. The IQ betting, Part 2 is not up there. And I've been talking to Doug about this. Somehow Cablevision or someone screwed up, and it's like a cliffhanger. A lot of my friends said, well, we don't know who wins. It just shows you the betting, and then that's it. The show ends.
Is that right?
Part 2, yeah.
Hey, guys, you know that Part 2 of the IQ test isn't up on Howard TV?
Yeah, I think it's just a Cablevision issue. We're looking into it.
Oh, it's specific to Cablevision.
Correct.
All right.
I would think that Bobo wouldn't want it to air.
No, Bobo's proud of it.
No, it's not me. It's all my friends.
Oh. Yeah, it's not Bobo.
Not me.
It's Bobo's friends.
He's bringing it up, though. He must want to see it. Wants his friends to see it.
You couldn't get Jeff back on the line, Gary?
They're calling. They're calling it. I mean,
No.
They probably shut his phone off.
We keep getting his answering machine now, Howard.
Did you get teased a lot?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was in bad shape. I really was.
Yeah, what was your number again? I forget.
87, I think.
87?
Are you serious, Bobo?
Yeah.
Wow.
87?
I've forgotten.
I can't believe it.
I know. Jeez, that's...
It's like it didn't faze me at all because all my years that I worked, I did very well for myself.
Yeah.
I mean, I used to make big money.
You're like a dog. I think dogs have an IQ of 87.
He can be trained.
That is upsetting when you find out you're big dumb.
But
it is.
Does it really stay with you, or did you forget?
No, you know why now? Because I have everyone, like my wife and everybody's telling me, look at all the years you worked, and I'm still working, I'm saving people's lives, and I did good for myself. I made a lot of money. I have a house near the water. I mean,
you're saving people's lives?
Yeah, well, I give all these classes with, keep the drunks off the road.
Yeah.
I teach a lot of traffic safety.
So he teaches really things like you shouldn't drink and drive.
Yeah. They get a guy with an 87 IQ to teach you something everyone knows already.
Obvious.
Today I'm here to teach you not to drink and drive. Oh, really? We've never heard that theory before.
Why is that?
We thought drinking and driving was good. Thank you, Professor Bobo. I'm just saving lives.
No, we talk about the penalties, about Leon's law and all that. So we try to educate people.
Yeah, well.
Make them see the light.
Can I ask Bobo a question? Bobo, because I know a lot of people deal with this. Do you believe in your heart now that the 87 number is true, or do you believe that it's not true?
I can't believe it's true now. I just know from what I did all my life, and right. How I carry myself. And people look at it, they go, you got an 87?
Yeah, maybe, you know what?
No.
Maybe you tensed up. Maybe that's... Oh, Jeff the Drunk is back. Sorry, Jeff. I didn't mean to hang up on you.
Yeah.
Bobo, you wanted to address Jeff. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, Jeff, I mean, for you to knock me, I mean, what's your claim to fame? Being drunk all your life? I mean, what did you do for society?
But he did beat you on the IQ test, Bobo.
Yeah, I mean, I'm 37 years. I got a pension coming in. I made like almost under $100,000. Okay, with my side business. What did you do all your life?
What did I do?
Yeah, what did you do besides live in a trailer?
What did you do besides be dumber than me?
Oh, that doesn't mean nothing. That was just a number.
What was your IQ, Jeff?
What's that?
What did you score?
89.
89.
The 2 points. So I wouldn't be dancing in the streets over 2 points.
Yeah, but I got to tell you, Bobo, you rehearse your questions to me when you call in. That's a definite 87 move. Jeff doesn't do that.
It's not rehearsing. Remember I told you the reason why I do that? Because I think of things, I'll forget it. So I write it down.
Right.
That's what it is. I'll be driving in my car and think about something I want to ask.
Because sometimes he gets on and he reads the
He
question.
reads them.
Yeah, I know. I shouldn't do that. But I do for that reason, so I can retain it and remember everything I want to ask you.
Bobo doesn't seem that like an 87 to me. I was shocked by that. I got to admit. In fact,
It's really surprising what people can do with an 80-something.
Motivated guy.
Yeah.
You know, 7 more points. 7 less points, he's a moron. You realize that?
If you guys see me teach, you would say I can't.
Well, but the kids were throwing things at the back of your head.
Right, that's true. They were showing you no respect. Weren't they?
Oh, that was early on when I did driving. But you guys think I was just doing the driving part. That's what Sal thinks. I teach in the classroom.
Right.
That was when it was the 85.
People.
What did you teach? The driving test?
Yeah, I teach driver safety.
Driver ed. You teach people how to drive.
You were my...
Driving safety.
Yeah, we go with basic law, everything.
Yeah.
10% off your insurance. The points come off your life. I do all that.
And you're good with simple math. I mean, 8 times 7, what is it?
7 times 8, 56. I'm faster than anybody.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I mean,
that's good.
9 times 9, 81. My mother drilled that in when I was a kid.
Oh.
Up to 9 times tables before you even say it. I have the answer.
4 times 5.
20.
Look at this guy. It's on fire. They drilled it into him like hair plugs.
Yeah. It's just certain stupid stuff I retain, you know?
13 plus 38. Quick.
Oh, no.
Oh.
It's just a 9 times table.
They didn't drill that into it.
All right, boys. Thank you. And, Jeff, you got plenty of money from the show. Don't feel slighted.
Jeff, don't be
a schnurrer.
Apologize as a...
What is it, Jeff?
My furnace.
I won both my bets.
All right, shut up.
Ed, I told you John's not that smart.
Oh, he's smarter than you.
Well, yeah, but he can retain a lot of information. I just can't retain a lot of information.
Oh, 121 is a nice score.
It's nice, but it's not. It's not what John thinks he is.
120 plus puts you in a different category.
Yeah.
One that you're not in.
Let's get our final results. Yes, Jeff the Drunk.
I'm going to jump up the...
Eric the actor.
The midget.
Actor. We promised him we're not doing that. Stop it.
Actor.
I hung up on him, Eric the actor.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right, here we go.
All right.
The guy's completely irate. Eric, I liked how you came through on this one. Bobo's livid. What's going on over there?
Bobo's still shaking his head, yeah.
Bobo, so what?
I'm so bummed.
Now you're retired. Who cares how smart you are?
I think people at your level enjoy life a lot more, Bobo.
That's right. You don't have to worry about that.
I look at him now and I see an overachiever.
Exactly. I see a guy who really made something out of his life.
You didn't see those.
Well, that I did, but, on this part.
You have a brain the size of a pea and you really...
You should feel very proud.
You have a family. You have a life. I mean, come on. You had a job.
Well, Dr. Sitt say this is a small spectrum, right? A small
of course.
area.
You're intelligent in other ways. Aren't you the guy who has a big shrine to me in his basement?
That's right.
Exactly. How many guys can put that together? All right.
All right. Well,
can we bring Scott in here?
That's a good idea.
I want to rub my balls on his head when I beat him.
Well, you feel confident that you beat him?
Well, I mean, geez.
Well, you might only be tied.
No, that's true.
Okay,
you could be tied.
And I'm calling Eric the actor from now on. And I'm calling Bobo the mental midget. That's what do you think of that?
No.
You finally got a nickname, Bobo.
Yeah. No, you're fine. Don't worry about it. You beat a lot of people. You beat Wendy.
Oh, geez, thanks. I'm in that company. I feel good.
All right, here we go.
Howard?
Yes.
Would the loser be willing to get teabagged? Are they that confident?
Yeah. No one wants to get teabagged. Come on, let's have some fun.
Stop it, yeah.
All right, Will, let's go. Will Murray, it all comes down to you.
Yes.
The smartest guy out of this group, but are you the smartest out of everyone who's taken the IQ test so far? In other words, did you beat Scott DePace?
And his 122.
Well, there's your name. It says Will Murray. I just haven't looked at the score yet. I'm going to take a peek. Let's see.
Take a little peek.
Wow.
What did you learn by that peek?
Now, let me ask Dr. Sitt a question, who administered these tests that were graciously sponsored by the company Loaded Questions. What a fun game. Easy rules, fun questions, no trivia. Get it for less than $25 at Target, Barnes & Noble, and loadedquestions.com. Dr. Sitt.
Yes.
Anything over 122 would be considered very intelligent, right?
Anything over 120 is considered superior, which you can say is very intelligent.
Yeah. Right.
And then once you break 129, you enter into the higher extreme, very superior range.
Ooh.
By the way, I'm looking at two very intelligent guys. They're in the night.
They don't act so intelligent.
One's like 5-year-olds.
One's a little smarter than the other.
Does any of this test their maturity level? They're punching each other right now. All right. Scott DePace, you have a 122, which is impressive.
You've been reigning over the staff as the smartest person.
Does anybody think that Will tested, let's say, into the next category, let's say 130s?
Never. No.
No way?
I think he's in the mid. I bet he's a 125 is what I'm banking on.
I say 128.
If he gets into the 130s, is he a genius? Dr. Sitt?
He is in the very superior range, which is only 98th percentile and above.
If he gets over 130, that is. Okay, let's
so
find
there's
out.
only 2% of the population.
All right. So he would be in a category with
him.
only 2% of the population smarter than him.
Yeah.
All right. That would be impressive, Will.
Thank you.
But let's see if you
Scott would be in that 98%, by the way.
Right. Scott would be somewhat. If you win this, Will, and you score really high, you would almost make the pace look ordinary.
I mean, I kind of feel that way already, so.
Right.
Well, that's how I feel about John now. John was supposedly this great, big, high entity. Now he's just normal.
But who elevated John to that?
I got news for you, Scott. I'm still smarter than you.
Oh, no.
Came close, Johnny, but you did not beat him. All right, Will, time to find out.
What are we going to do here?
Here we go. Will Murray.
Drag this out a little more?
My associate producer overcame many hardships in his life, was sick at a young age, almost lost his life.
Hold it, I got to ask a question.
Until I called him and saved his life. Yes.
How is Gary going to boss Will around?
I'll tell you what. Don't you think if Will scores over, let's say, over 130...
He should take the job.
Yeah, and Gary should be the associate producer.
But going off of your thinking, that IQ test, because you won't take one, IQ doesn't mean success, I can deal with you better than Will can. I'm not smarter than Will, but I can deal with you better.
Maybe I wouldn't be able to relate to Will if he's that smart.
That's right.
But
Two idiots talking is fine.
Maybe
Right.
the title should be reversed.
All right.
And Gary will just be the liaison to Howard.
Maybe we should paint your glass so no one can see you.
Let's put it this way, Will. If you test really high, you can fire Gary, and let's be done.
Nice.
All right, here we go, finally. All right, here we go.
Can I point out that Will can barely turn a computer on?
Is that right?
Yeah.
I can turn a computer on.
Barely.
This idiot.
Well, you know what? He has people like you to do that.
No, Will
Here we go. The guy, let's get the music going and let's find out. Enough discussion.
Yeah.
People have waited long enough.
Is above that.
Okay, here we go.
Well, wait, one more question. You already know.
I now know.
But are there people here who think Will is in the very next category? He's not even close.
Fred, do you think Will is in the very next category?
Oh, man, this is where he could be right on the bubble.
Do you think yes or no? Give me a yes or no.
Do you think he beat Scott DePace by a lot?
No.
Or is
What
he
would be a
tied?
lot, Robin?
Yeah, what's a lot?
I would say 8 points.
8 points. Do you think
no
he beat
way.
him?
5
no way?
points,
No
yes.
way.
All right, let's go around the room.
Okay.
Scott DePace, do you believe Will beat you by 8 points?
No.
John Hein, do you believe Will beat him by 8 points?
Yes, I do.
Steve, what do you... Come on, Steve, what do you think? Do you think he
I think it's going to be like 4 points.
Will the Farter, what do you think?
3.
Oh, but we don't care what you think at this time.
I would say 3 also.
can't think.
3 also? You think
So
only
you know
by
it's
3
not 3.
points? All right, Robin, what do you think? Yes or no?
He's over.
He's over.
Wow.
Coming in
Oh, wrong.
Scott DePace, you are still
That's a tie.
122.
a 122.
Mr. 122.
But the man now, who is the reigning smartest guy on the show, is Will Murray, coming in at 130.
No way.
130.
That is significant.
No way.
Eat it.
That's significant.
That's what's up.
Oh, my God.
Hey, all this time.
What an
I've been sitting next to a
underachiever
genius.
he is.
Beat you by 8 points.
Wow. You by 9,
I don't care. You care.
Wow.
Hey, I'm speechless.
You got him answering
Like a true
What,
genius.
Bobo?
And you got him answering phones?
I got him answering the phone. I got a guy with a 130 IQ answering the phone.
Thank God.
And he's happy about it. He loves it. What do you think of that?
I thought the whole test was retarded to begin with, and now it clearly says he's an intelligent person.
You don't know how many times he told me he said this test does not matter. It's
Well, you do.
Well, I guess it does matter.
Scott DePace, it was nice being the smartest guy, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Nah,
I'll admit it. Will beat me. 130, that's impressive.
It's a resounding win.
You know what? Scott didn't even have that much to crow about because he was 1 point ahead of Gary.
Yeah, I got a lot more than you. Take the test.
This is bragging rights.
Nice.
Take the test, Robin.
Anything you'd like to say to me?
Bragging rights.
I just said it. Congratulations. That's great.
And I am what?
I can't do that.
Come on. You can say it.
No, I can't. I'm a better golfer than you are. I can't say it.
Will Murray, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
An impressive showing.
Jeez.
I would like to thank, first of all, Dr. David Sid. I would also like to thank, I don't know the doctor's name who did Eric the actor.
Randy.
Randy. I would like to thank Randy. Eric, I'm really, Dr. Randy, Eric, I am very proud of you for participating and glad you did. And look how well you did.
Eric.
Are you pleased, Eric?
Yeah, I mean, I wish it could have been in the hundreds.
Right. Well, listen, think how Bobo feels. What is it, Bobo?
Do you have anything in the prize closet?
Sorry. What is that?
Do you have anything in the prize closet to take away this humiliation?
Bobo, even a prize won't take away that humiliation. You might as well not waste your time.
You can't wash that away.
You can't wash that. You did fine. You'll be all right.
We should thank our sponsor one more time.
I certainly want to. I want to thank IQ test results, of course, sponsored by Loaded Questions, Easy Rules, Fun Questions, No Trivia. Get it for less than $25 at Target, Barnes & Noble, and LoadedQuestions.com. Ganji, surprisingly absent, ran right out. Couldn't take it.
Well,
he's directing for me.
I think the most bummed person is John Hine.
John Hine's taking it hard. I see him over there. He wanted to win. He wanted to be certainly smarter than Scott DePace.
He's just average.
Of course I wanted to do the best, but
Right.
I've said, and Will will attest to this, I've said all along, I didn't think I did that well, and I thought Will would do great, and he did.
Thank you for taking the test. I thought it was a lot of fun. All you guys are very brave. Bobo, Steve Grillo. Grillo, you got a little plug for yourself?
Yeah, I made Top Shelf Liquor T-shirts. Benji got them on. SomeGuyT-shirt.com, and I'm working at Artichoke Pizza on 14th Street.
Well, for a guy with your IQ, that's a very good job.
And also, I finished my my TV pilot. We're shopping at the networks right now.
All right. Very good.
He's got his sizzle reel.
I got a
Bobo
sizzle
did
reel.
so poorly that he believes your TV show's going to end up on the air.
Yeah, go on to www.empiresafetycouncil.com and take my course down.
All right,
What?
Bobo. You can take his course.
Oh.
You know, who knows?
Yeah, but the T-shirts are available on that website. You can buy them there.
I understand.
We got it, Grillo.
Will the Farter, I'm going to ask you to hang around because you're going to delight us after the commercials with a beautiful holiday farting and queefing. Who did you bring with us to queef with you?
Vivian Von Queef.
Vivian Von Queef is with you, and you are going to do a holiday song for us next, and I'm excited. You're going to fart and do what you do, but you're a genius of that, and you have nothing to be ashamed
Forget that
of.
intelligent stuff.
That's right.
I'm not for you.
You are bummed about it?
Oh, absolutely.
Don't be bummed. I mean, you've got that ability to fart. You're going to go far in this world. You were in the movie 3D. I mean, what do you have to complain about?
Yeah.
Got anything you want to plug?
Save Your System.
Yeah, you don't sound too happy about that.
I'll plug it after that.
All right, plug it in. You regroup and do what you're best at and then get the plug in. That's the best time to give it. Scott DePace, what do you want to plug?
Nothing.
Plug his head.
Plug his head? Oh, you mean hair plug? Oh, all right. Well, fair enough. Will, you're so smart. What are you thinking about right now? What intelligent thing are you thinking about?
My mind's blank.
Is it?
Like a true 130. No, I don't know, man. I don't know how realistic this
Only 2% of the world is smarter than
I don't believe that. I honestly believe.
Dude, you had no story when you went in there.
If it's not a story, that means you don't have a pace car and you're not driving it around town.
You put the thought in his head that I have some kind of a car.
Lieberman gets so worked up, but it's great.
It's the most moronic argument.
Oh my
God!
God!
So passionate about it.
Lieberman goes like this. He goes.
Yes. Hello, Red Gypsy.
Oh, good morning, Howard and everybody.
Good morning.
I was going to bring up a couple of things, although, Eric just did that. I wanted to say one thing, that I was at AGT, and Ronnie was totally professional.
This Ronnie, I got to tell you, he really is insane. I didn't hear the wrap-up. Gary played me a piece of the wrap-up show with Ronnie about this car, and I turned to Gary and said, I think Ronnie's losing it.
What happened?
Well, I mean, I don't even understand. So Jon Leiberman says, hey, Ronnie, the story was Ronnie got a new car. Ronnie blew up, and he's going nuts, and he's arguing. There was an argument on the wrap-up show. It made no sense. You got to hear this. Did you hear the wrap-up show?
No.
All right, listen to this.
The story was you have a pace car that you're driving around town.
What I had. That was the problem.
That was the story, and that's what I went on the air with. I didn't have all the details.
You came to me, John. You came to me and said, I heard you got a new car. And you didn't say anything about pace car, schmace car. You said, I heard you were fishing.
Why does Ronnie care if someone says he got a new car? I don't even...
So what if he's fishing? He has an objection to this whole thing.
And that's what we do. In other words, that's how you get paid. The way we make money is that Jon Leiberman is part of the Howard Stern show. What, you are losing your marbles. Why would you be upset about the guy saying you have a new car? Who cares? And the reason he's in the hall asking you questions is he's making you a part of the show. He's making you famous. And then you go out and do Ronnie's block party and you make money and you get to meet fans. This is all you dreamt of when you were sitting in the car.
It's part of making you more compelling.
You're going crazy.
I've lost my mind.
I want you to listen to the playback.
I lost my mind. I got a new car. You had no idea what the car was. You had no clue what it was.
I had from 3 different sources that it was a pace car.
Sources,
so I went on the air with it, and then you confirmed it. So what's the issue? What's the issue here? There's no issue.
The issue was I confirmed it myself later on. You had no story when you brought it up. You had no story, John.
Ronnie, you're almost like, I can't get through to you. It's like you don't have a normal brain.
I have a normal brain.
Listen to me. When you report, I confirmed the story with 3 sources, and then with you yesterday, by blowing me off, you confirmed it.
No, I didn't.
You said...
I said nothing.
What did you say?
I said to you, I don't know what you're talking about.
And then when I kept questioning you, you finally said, yes.
What did I say?
I have a car. We're playing the clip today on the news.
I didn't say what it was.
It corroborated what I had from 3 other sources.
For 20 years already.
So I went on the air with it because I was confident in the story. I had it from enough people.
No, you weren't confident because you didn't know what the car was.
Doesn't matter. I knew it was a pace car, and I knew you had it at home.
Dude, you didn't
Why
know
do I need to know the year?
You're coming in with having them bring in different pictures, different colors. You're telling me the car's orange. You're telling me the car's pink. You had no clue.
The structure of the story was true, and I stand behind it.
Well, good. You stand behind it. I think it was bullshit.
You don't. How is it? So it's not true?
It's true now.
Thank you.
I said it was
That's
true.
it.
I said it was true afterwards. When Howard asked me, I said it was true. Not to you.
Do you hear this argument?
What are you doing, Ron?
I don't know. And I was going to say to him yesterday, you got to calm down. You get upset about everything lately. And then he starts attacking me. He says, Howard likes his electronic devices. Yeah, I do. And if they ask me if I got a new one, I'll tell them. I don't listen. If Jon
There's a
Leiberman,
difference between walking around and you got a new phone,
right? And there's a
difference between driving around in a car that stands out a lot, and I don't need people knowing it's me. That's all. I don't need people bothering me.
You got
Why
a
would
car
you have
that
a
people
car
will look
that's
at,
all
and now you don't want them
crazy
to know
and not
it's
want
you?
people to see it.
Yeah, they'll
Why did
see
you-
it, but they don't have to know it's
Ron,
me. They don't have to know it's
Ron,
me.
why buy a car that draws that much attention?
Oh, here he is. I don't want to
there's
deal
Jon
with him.
Leiberman. Wait a
I don't
second.
want to have to deal with him now.
You don't?
Why don't you care?
Let's
I
get
can't
this-
stand him.
Why?
I can't stand the man.
But Ronnie, he's part of the show. He's doing his job.
He's a shit reporter.
Is this on right?
Yeah.
You don't even know how to put a microphone on. It's on backwards, you idiot.
Oh, dear.
This is a different one than I normally use, Ronnie.
boo-hoo. It's different than he normally
You
uses.
have become such... You're an ignoramus. You don't
you're-
know what
and
you're
you're an
speaking
idiot.
about. You came up to me in the hall about 5 minutes ago. You say, I know who your sauce is. I know who your sauce is.
It's a source.
Yeah.
I said sauce.
You didn't
No, you
ask
say
Richie
sauce.
Wilson.
Oh, ask Richie Wilson.
What is the story with this car?
Play what I did to him yesterday, how I made him blow up.
What do you
Play
mean?
that.
What is that? This is it, no?
When I said he was a shit reporter, how he went ballistic.
Well, here, I mean, I'm in the middle of the Ronnie argument.
So
That's
what's
what I'm
the
bringing
issue?
out.
You're
That's what I'm-
confirming
no,
my
that's
story.
No, dude. You had no story when you went in there.
If it's not a story, that would mean you don't have a pace car and you're not
No,
driving
you
it
just
around
put,
town.
You put the thought in his head that I have some kind of a car.
I don't know. I don't know which part you're talking
It's
about.
right towards the end.
I think that's all I have. They give me clips.
Oh, he went crazy. He went
I did not go
He
crazy.
went-
What
his
I was
eyeballs
saying
were
to you,
bulging.
Ronnie,
They were falling out of
was
his head, dude.
I was
But-
making...
Listen, let me explain this to Ronnie. The reason we hired him
I don't care.
is because...
I don't care where you hired
Yeah, but
him.
you're working
I don't like
here.
him.
Yeah, you don't
You
like
don't
him.
have to
you.
like me.
I don't
you
like
don't
you.
have to like me, but you can politely say no comment. But you see, when
All
your
right.
reaction
Wait a
is
minute,
so
wait a minute.
out of bounds...
That's all I have to say?
Sure, you can
No
say
comment
no comment
on any story you come to me with.
You
from
know
now
what?
on.
I just don't
I don't
understand.
like you.
So if it's about Ronnie's block party...
Send
okay,
Lisa.
promoting...
Send Lisa to me. I love
Fine,
Lisa.
I will send Lisa. Fine, no more block party stories.
Okay.
And you know what is out of bounds? I've never
What?
attacked you in terms of your security
I was just
job.
fucking with you
I
like
have
everybody
never-
fucks with me.
I have never
Hey,
personally attacked
sorry.
you.
You're
and
work
then
on the
May I
Stern Show.
please
You
finish?
work on the Stern Show. Take your fucking medicine like I do.
Are you kidding me, Mr. Hypocrite?
Take your medicine. I take it all the
Ronnie
time.
doesn't know what hypocrite means. You explain it.
No, I don't.
All right, go ahead.
Sorry.
No, I'm stupid.
But
I'm fucking stupid.
you attacking my reporting is ridiculous, and I'll give you an example.
Don't look
there
how
are a number
defensive you
because
are. You sound like me now.
when I go up
Go
to
ahead.
Gary, and I ask him a question, he is forthright. I say, Gary, I
Because
heard.
all the stories you do on Gary are...
No, because
Gary's running for park recreation there. Gary...
Let me give you an example of a story I did yesterday that Gary didn't want reported. I say, Gary, I heard you were in a car accident. I had
Ooh,
two
really?
sources.
What happened?
I had two sources
What
telling me he was in
happened?
an accident. And you
How
know what
come you
Gary
killed
does?
it? How come you killed the story?
It was on the air yesterday on Howard 100 News. You don't listen?
No, I hate the news.
Oh, so you can criticize,
I don't
but
like.
you don't listen
I don't
to
like
what we
the
do?
stories. I don't like your stories.
Okay.
I only
Ronnie,
listen to
you
Lisa's stories
understand-
and Shuley. They're the greatest.
You know what?
reporters.
When we
Shuley's
even
awesome,
Scott
man.
DePace,
Shuley is
even
the best
Scott
reporter,
DePace,
man. He's even funny when he does his stories.
What about
even
Scott DePace? Yes.
when I confronted him yesterday about some allegations that I've been
I know
hearing.
what you're talking about. His TV camera was supposed to be covering him. He was having a meltdown about something, and he had the cameras turned off. He's instructed people not to shoot his picture.
There are a lot of things.
I got word about
Don't
this,
shoot
and
him when he's leaning back in his chair either.
And I will take this up
Don't
with
do that.
Scott off the air.
Hey, bring it up because, dude, there's no truth to that. Let's go. Howard.
Well, here are what my
Ooh.
sources say.
My sources. Here he goes again.
I have multiple sources
Oh, I know
around
you
here,
do, man.
and I protect them. That's
yeah,
why I
you
get
pay
these
him
stories.
Probably.
Yeah,
you
I
fucking
pay them.
pay him. Little informants. Little
Yeah, because I'm not spending my money on pace
jackasses
cars.
that you fucking run around chasing after.
Howard,
what'd you
here's
find
what's
out
going
today?
on.
You
Can I say
little
something?
fucking spies.
But can I say something to Ronnie? If you don't want to be noticed in your car, don't buy a pace car with writing all
It's
over
a collector's car, okay?
Yeah, but if you don't
Leave
want
me
to be
alone.
noticed, why?
I don't bother you with what you do. Why do you
There are
have
a lot
to
of other
bother me
cars
what
you
I
can
do?
collect.
Why does that bother you so
No,
much?
I'm saying the logic there that you don't want to be
There's
on the
guys
news.
with 50 cars in their garage that collect cars.
No, but
I have one.
I have no
It's
problem.
a crime. I know.
But you
I'm
see, you don't want to
sorry.
ask John asking about your car because you don't want to be noticed. That's a car that you get noticed in. I'm sorry. I mean, you're going to be noticed in
Dude,
that
if
car.
they don't see me and they don't know it's
How are they not
me.
going to see you? There's glass in the fucking car. They can look in and
the
see
glass
you.
is tinted, okay? Just like when you get in a car.
It's not
the glass,
that tinted.
Oh,
They
it
can
is.
see through the
No,
front.
Is it legal?
Oh, Jesus, here we go.
What is that, Scott?
It's a convertible.
Oh, Gary.
Yeah, okay. Do I have to put the top down, Gary? Do I have to?
But you will.
Do I have to put the top down?
You don't care if people see you in that.
Oh, stop it now.
You're
Stop
looking
it.
for attention. That's why you get a car like that.
Oh, please.
Why have a convertible if you're not going to put the top down?
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here we go.
I had to get rid of my. I had a convertible once. I put the top down. A guy jumped in the car with me, and I said, perhaps I shouldn't have a convertible. But I said to myself, it's silly to have a convertible if I can't put the fucking top down.
So you got rid of it.
Of course.
Now he's saying he wants a car that gets attention, but he doesn't want the attention.
Yeah, he didn't want attention. You better do a follow-up story on that.
Oh, we already got it. He already said that he'll refuse to tweet out any photos of the car.
Right.
And he wants to know who my source is so that he
I know
can,
who your source is.
You absolutely
Who
do
is it?
not.
I ain't telling.
Who?
I know
Why
who
are
it
you
is.
not
I know
telling?
who it is.
3. Name
I know
them.
who they are.
Name the 3.
I know exactly
Name
who
them.
they are.
Name one of the 3.
I know one of them for sure.
Who is it?
I'm not telling you.
Why?
I'm not going to rat your rats out. I won't rat.
What? Why won't you?
I'm not going to rat your rats out.
Who do you think?
You got rats all over the place.
Yes,
yeah, I know
do.
you do.
Yes, I do.
I know you do.
And they're watching you.
Yeah, good. Let them watch me. Who gives a shit? Let them watch me.
You give a shit.
Look at you.
I'm just looking at you.
I'm
I
looking
can't
at
believe
you.
I'm seeing a grown man upset over a pace car that got out on the air.
I don't like you. I told you that. I told you that in the hallway.
And I told you do not have to
don't like
me.
you.
You don't have to like me, but you can say no comment.
No
I've had
comment.
many other people not like me.
No comment, and I don't like
Isn't it
you.
okay to rat a rat out though?
No.
And give your idea on who it might be?
No.
Why? Why are
absolutely
you
not.
protecting them?
Why should I?
You're protecting his source?
Because I'm not like that. I don't rat people out like he fucking rats people out.
I never rat people out.
Okay.
I never give up my sources on anything like this DePace thing. Let me tell you about this DePace thing.
Go ahead.
I have people running.
Everybody knows about that. The whole hallway knows about
well,
what
he's
went
got
down.
a report on that.
I
What
have
do you know
people
about it?
I'm not saying anything. It's
All right,
not
so
my.
let
It's
John
not my
say it,
business.
What we have
You know what,
confirmed
Ronnie?
is this.
You would make this show very successful.
Yeah. Ronnie, you don't understand. We need information so
Okay,
that
good.
we can have a show.
All right. Well, then let him do it. Let him be the rat
Well,
ass.
here we go.
Scott DePace,
Shit reporter.
according to multiple.
According to multiple sources.
Sorry, I heard the
Stinks.
shit reporter comment.
Stinks.
You're a terrific reporter. Don't listen to him.
Stinks.
Could I please get this
Yeah, go
story
ahead.
out before I really have to take action?
Oh, ooh. Is that a threat or a promise?
No, I'm talking to Howard.
Go ahead.
Excuse me.
Be my
Go
guest.
ahead.
Multiple sources, Howard, say that Scott DePace
Multiple
has set rules in the Howard TV control room.
I heard
he
that.
must be notified when he's being shot by a camera
Yeah.
because, in part, because he doesn't want any unflattering images of himself on the Howard TV behind the
Here's
scenes.
another
For
guy
example,
who
when
doesn't
he's
understand how we make a living.
For example, when he is sitting back in his chair.
Thanks, Scott, for taking the heat off.
He doesn't want those moments captured. And in fact, I have confirmed he shined a mag light in one of the cameramen's cameras because they were trying to get a shot of him yesterday.
Has everyone gone nuts around here?
And he called,
How are we
one
gonna
of
make
his
a living?
producers.
How are we
and
going
he
to make a
called-
living?
You did call one of the producers back there unintelligent yesterday as well.
Is any of it true?
Wow.
Is any of that true? And I believe it is true.
Bits and pieces, but not for the reasons he's
bits and
saying.
pieces.
Go ahead.
So the first thing is,
yes.
I simply don't want a camera spying on me. I have no problem with a camera when I.
Me neither, asshole.
Well, none of us want a camera spying.
So all I requested was that they let me know when they're shooting and when I'm in the control room. I'm in the control room doing my thing.
Yeah, but something went down that would have been good on Howard TV.
No, not once. I simply
What was the
said
event?
I want to know. Now listen. So no, let me explain to you.
John, what was the event
No,
that
let me
he
explain.
boycotted?
Let's hear, Howard, with all due respect, let's hear what he says so that I can contradict it with facts.
On the life of my kids, I never told them they can't shoot me. Never once.
But the other day they couldn't shoot you.
They could too.
They have to inform
no,
you.
all I said is just let me know. So it went, a couple of segments went by when all of a sudden I look over my shoulder and there's a camera there and I'm like, hey, can you just let me know? So then apparently, so they were letting me know, but it wasn't loud enough. I wasn't hearing it. So I said, well, can you tap me on the shoulder or do something so that I know you're shooting me? And that was the whole controversy.
But I thought there was something going on that was of particular interest, and the guys were afraid to pick up the camera because they couldn't alert you during it because you were having a meltdown.
Yesterday, my switcher was melting down. I'm doing all this stuff, and you were yelling at me because there was shit in the monitor.
Right.
Rightfully.
Was that the incident?
No, there was another incident as well. During when
tell Lee to get in here.
When Kelsey, the woman with the large breasts, came in, and there was the jumping jacks incident back in Howard TV.
Right.
My sources tell me that Scott told them not to shoot it, and in fact yelled at Greg Carmel, the cameraman, for documenting the event when he was just doing his job.
That's a lie. That's libel.
Well, then let's get them in
to court.
Then let's get them in
Whoever
here.
That person is.
I have
a flat-out lie. The only reason I did it was because there was a camera.
Are
there.
you censoring what is being shot of yourself?
Never once. No.
You're not censoring.
Can I ask a question? I got a question.
Not that I'm aware of.
Scott, if you get into an argument with somebody, somebody doesn't have time to tap you on the shoulder, but it's interesting. Will they get in trouble if they shoot?
No, I'm talking about that is not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about when I'm doing my job and over my shoulder there happens to be a camera there, and not when I'm arguing with someone. That's of course fair game.
Nobody shoot it yesterday when you were having this huge argument in the hallway, and Jason went out, and everybody was afraid to shoot it because they were told they can't shoot you.
What is this?
All right, listen to me.
All right,
listen to me. Yes, Doug, what do you want to say?
Bring one of these people in here. Is this one of them?
That's one of them.
No. I'm actually going to defend Scott.
Listen, let me say something. Never mind your defense. Here's what I'm going to say.
Well, I'll tell you what.
I got to cut through the bullshit.
He's not interested in that.
Everyone, cut the bullshit. None of you are superstars. I am a superstar. You are not. The reason people know your name is because of me. Why do they know your name? Because we make everyone part of the show. You don't pick and choose what you can be part of. Get the cameras on, and let's go, baby.
Can I just tell you what happened? Jason saw this fight, part 2. Now, I don't know why John, the great reporter, is not reporting that he has this all on. He was in there with the microphone. They had part 1. It was all on camera. It was all on. He recorded it. So they picked it up in the hallway after the show, and I guess there just wasn't a camera around.
Why don't I have the tape this morning?
I don't know.
In other words, if it were anybody else, you'd be, Gary, you're not going to believe this. Jason and John Hine had a huge fight. Here's the audio.
Good point. Why is it not being
we
shown?
can. I think you're going to be bored. Is
there an edict, Doug?
Why didn't you do this story?
Is there an edict? I did the story yesterday on Howard 100 News with Lee versus Scott.
So,
but is there an edict that Scott cannot be shot in unflattering positions when he's leaning back in his chair?
No.
Well, I don't think I want to be shown that way, and if I knew a camera was on me, I probably would straighten up. Of course, I'm not an idiot.
And that's the point here. The point, what Gary is saying is, cameras can shoot Gary ad nauseum, but you are putting rules on what cameras can show.
Well, if that's true, then tell Gary to turn that camera on 24/7. I want to see what he's doing in his office.
It's on all the time during the show.
No, it's not. He hits a button and it goes on for 10 seconds.
That's after you fucked me last year. But also,
All right.
Lieberman, you got this one wrong, pal.
I did not get this one wrong. I totally stand by this.
All right, as long as it's straightened out now.
Yeah, sort of.
Everybody's a superstar right here. Ronnie doesn't want to be asked questions.
They're all going no access.
No access. No access. We won't have a show anymore.
Never said it.
Lieberman, good job.
Thank you.
Bullshit.
Good job. Bullshit.
No comment. Scott.
Well, I got King of All Blacks wants to comment. Thank you, Red Gypsy. King of All Blacks, yes.
Yeah, Ronnie and a couple of other people up there, they want to be you,
right?
But without the criticism,
right?
Like, they just want to chill and be a superstar, but they want to be you, like, because it seems like you don't get any criticism from people,
right?
So they want to be like you, and,
right?
And what's going to happen eventually is that they're going to grow a hatred to you,
right? King's on track with this.
Yeah, you know I'm always on track.
Not always, but this time you are.
Yeah, I was like, boy, he's making sense.
Yeah, I mean, look at this guy. All of a sudden, he's making sense.
How's my phone sound?
The phone
not
is
that great.
It's not great. I don't know why, but thank you, King. All right, Mark, you have the last word on this, and then I really do have to take a break. And then we'll do a nude workout and a lot of other things, Robin. If you get undressed during the commercial.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, smart.
Everybody else, too.
Yeah. Not just you. What is it, Mark?
I love you, Howard. I got to say, Ronnie seems to be a bit insecure. I think he realizes he might be in over his head, and he's pedaling desperately to try to keep his head above water. That might be why he's so offensive every time he thinks someone's attacking him.
Yeah, he goes on the offense. You're right. I mean, guy says to me, "Did you get a new car?" He's like, "Oh, get a new car. Fuck you, you asshole."
Yeah,
I mean, but the
you
cursing.
could brag about that, wouldn't you? I mean, shouldn't that give him bragging rights?
Sure, why not? Listen, Ronnie says Howard has his things. He likes new electronics. If Lieberman says you get a new phone, yeah, I got a new phone.
Hey, Howard?
And he talks about it.
I can almost understand why DePace would be kind of ticked off. He just doesn't, he doesn't want unflattering pictures of himself taken. I don't think that's right that he makes that edict, but that's his edict.
Yeah, he certainly takes unflattering pictures of us.
I don't understand the Ronnie thing even for a second.
Yeah, no.
I mean, Ronnie wants to be a judge on the intern beauty pageant. Ronnie wants to come in here and help out with Kelsey and the bathing suits. But the other part of that is also allowing yourself to be exposed in other ways.
Absolutely.
I don't get it.
Well, the best is I bought a car that everyone will look at, and I don't want them looking at me.
Yeah, he doesn't want attention.
So either he's crazy or he's retarded.
He's got to calm down a little, and you know what it is. He's getting very big with his Ronnie Blog party.
I think he needs some psychotherapy.
That's the problem. You're getting a little. You got the Ronnie Blog party.
Right, Fred.
What?
I'm crazy. I told you that.
I'm just really trying to understand this, Ronnie. I don't understand like the venom towards Lieberman. I mean, Lieberman's just doing
Fuck
his
Lieberman.
job. Why?
He's a shyster reporter. I don't like him.
He's a what?
Shyster.
A shyster.
A shyster.
I don't like him.
You know what a shyster is?
Yeah, I know what a shyster.
What is a shyster?
Never mind.
All right, that's right.
I don't know. Whatever.
Listen.
But you're funny too.
Calm down.
No, I don't. What am I doing? I'm not doing anything.
That's right. You do nothing.
I'm not doing.
So be happy.
Yeah,
you got to go.
Yeah, here we go.
Well, I just agreed with you.
Here we go.
I agreed with you.
Nothing.
You said I don't do anything. I go. I agree.
All right. You're right. I do nothing.
Wait, I agree with you.
I do nothing. You're right. Why do you have me? If I do nothing, you're right.
If I agree with you,
I'm part of the wallpaper.
No, you're right.
I'm fucking crazy. I told you that.
Didn't you have Lieberman to your house for a barbecue? Didn't you have Lieberman to your house for a barbecue?
Yeah, because I like his girlfriend. I can't stand him.
Oh. What, John?
No.
Didn't he have you to a barbecue?
And his nice son. He has a nice son.
Yeah.
But he's a douchebag. I'm sorry.
You like his girlfriend and his son.
Okay, let me tell you something. Jim McClure just sent me an interesting email, and this should put this to rest.
Look at you.
You told everybody at the barbecue.
Look how angry you are.
You told everybody at the barbecue that you had, which I attended.
Right.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That about the pace car. So it can't be a secret. You wanted it known. I didn't hear it there, but you wanted it known.
No, I told friends of mine what I was doing.
Oh, you know when you tell people that it's going to get... You're not my friend either.
Good.
And by calling on me to be fired yesterday, that is extremely disrespectful.
Look, yeah, that's the part you missed on the wrap-up show.
Because I would never question you in your capacity. I would never say, Howard,
Dude,
I think this guy should be fired.
I was tweaking your buttons just like everybody else does to me. And you didn't like it at all.
And
you went off the deep end when I said that to you.
And DePace is a man.
The deep end.
I will give this to DePace.
You went over the line. He never criticizes your job.
Never.
Oh, I was screwing around with him like everybody does to me.
You
Okay.
went over the line.
All right. Yeah, I go over.
I don't make personal attacks.
I go over the line.
You said he's not competent.
I go over the line.
You said he was incompetent.
Look. At least Scott DePace stood...
Yes, sir, General!
At least Scott DePace stood there. Listen to me. At least Scott DePace stood there just now and answered my questions.
Good for him.
Admitting that he has put rules on when the camera can shoot him. He must be alerted.
You're Jewish.
You just told me...
Dude, you're Jewish. What are you talking with your hands for? Jewish people don't talk with their hands.
Scott, you just told me...
Italians do, like me.
Scott,
what the hell's wrong with you?
Scott, you just told me that you alerted everybody that you have to be told when you are being shot.
Where's your black dick, man? Let me see it.
Yes, that's true.
Thank you. Howard, did you hear that?
Yes, listen, you don't have to justify this to me.
You're so upset.
I am not upset at all, but I don't like... I do not like when my professionalism and my profession is questioned. I know how to be a reporter, and I am not here to explain to you. I am not here to explain to you the fundamentals of journalism.
All right.
You're going to blow an eye vessel like me, man. Look out.
Now you pissed off John.
Wow. I'm done.
Did he just throw down the
Yeah. It's getting crazy.
Everybody around here is nuts.
Mark, go ahead, because I got to take a break.
Well, I feel for you, Ronnie. It really sucks when it feels like people are teaming up on you.
Well,
but, hey, you got people out there that are supporting you. I'm not sure where they are, but they're out there, okay?
Teaming up on him. They asked him if he got a new car.
Yeah. I don't know quite what to say about it. Maybe he's self-hating and projecting it on others. I can't quite.
I mean, what kind of question is that to blow up over?
Don't you want to know about Ronnie's new car?
Yeah, but he certainly doesn't want me to. That's why.
But he's driving around in a pace car. I mean, he's not in the Indy 500.
That's like waving a flag.
I mean, that's like me going out in my fart man costume saying, "Please don't comment on what I'm wearing."
It's like skywriting and saying, "Please don't read the note."
Right. I mean, what is that?
It's like a woman walking out with Band-Aids on her nipples
I'm
and
going to
saying,
walk out of my house.
tits.
I'm going to walk out of my house naked and then say, "Please don't comment on it." I mean, what is that? Yeah, Matt, go ahead.
Yeah, if Ronnie can't handle jokes about his pace car, how's he going to handle all the jokes after Richard blows him? Because even if Ronnie takes the joke, he's going to get jokes about it for the rest of his life.
All right, thank you, Matt. You had the last word on that.
I'm telling you, we're getting into a weird area with those two in a funny way. So it's out there. So Ronnie's doing this weird move. Ronnie's just leaning against the wall, and Ronnie's at the far wall, and Lieberman's over here by the green room, and they're just yelling at each other. And Ronnie's like the guy in the movie, like the gangster, like flipping the coin. He goes, "You're a shit reporter." And I don't know why, but Lieberman goes, "Fuck you! I'm not a shit reporter." I'm telling you, it's getting weird.
Oh my God. Do they know that?
It's completely repetitive, by the way. Like you could go out there an hour, and the conversation will have not changed
Get
at
them all
all.
started up again. It's like that Star Trek.
But Ronnie has figured. But here's the funny thing. Ronnie has figured out if he calls him a shit reporter, it gets under his skin. Right. But Ronnie can't. We talk about this on Rapid News. Ronnie doesn't understand how you rile him up to get under his skin. He doesn't. No, he doesn't like me. I go, but you don't really not like Lieberman. You're just fucking with him. He goes, I know. It's very interesting.
John, why did you finally crack with this Ronnie nonsense? What pushed you over the edge today?
Calling me a shit reporter.
I only speak the truth.
But you're typically able to separate the two. You're typically...
I am, but you know what, Greg? I am able to separate the two, but I don't like to be called a shit reporter in front of millions of listeners and viewers of Howard TV. I mean, nobody likes their professionalism questioned, and that was the point. I've never once questioned Ronnie's professionalism. I've never once said Ronnie's a bad security guard, or Ronnie isn't good at his job, or Ronnie isn't good in this way. I was simply reporting a story, which, Greg, I want to point out, turned out to be true. The story I reported was true. He has a pace car. That is the bottom line here. And Ronnie trying to tell me how to be a reporter is completely and utterly ridiculous. And then suggesting that I should be fired goes too far. It just goes too far.
What do you think this speaks to? I mean, why would Ronnie take these roads? Why would he go down these avenues?
Because... Fuck. Because when you have no defense and you're backed into a corner, you scratch and claw your way out. And that's
I'm always watching you.
Exactly. But this Ronnie thing is not going to end, because the reality is, when you break it down, he knows how to push my buttons and I know how to push his. This may go on forever.
Just remember, I'm here behind you, man. I'm always around.
Watch those cupcakes. He's putting on a few pounds with the cupcakes.
He's worried about me watching cupcakes. You should be watching the TV screen, man.
Is it safe to say that the honeymoon is over? That your little golden era that you enjoyed
my
the first
1 year.
year?
You know, this week marks my 1 year. I think the honeymoon, or maybe it was, it marks my 1 year. So my honeymoon's over. But, you know, at the end of the day, we'll just have to see what happens moving forward.
Keep up the good work, John. It's a sign of your solid reporting that you've started to crack some of the team members around here.
Thank you, Greg. You're next.
Sucks.
Ronnie.
Yeah.
You get a special kind of kick out of when you get a rise out of Jon Leiberman or any of the news reporters.
You know, everybody's got their guy they pounds on around here. I'm one of the guys that gets pounded on by everybody. So you know what? I like giving it back now. I like it, man. I'm pounding.
No more punching bag.
I'm pounding, man.
You're doing the punching.
I found my punching bag.
And that
I know how to get to him. I know how to get to him, man. Could you close that door, please?
Why did this story
in
particular get to you? I mean, there have been far worse things reported about you than having a pace car.
I just want to be left alone. Leave me alone when it comes to that.
But don't you
Do you want people following you around the fucking street?
Well, of course not. But don't you think
I mean, I don't mind. I like people. I like doing the comedy shows. I like going out there and seeing everybody, but I don't need them following me around in my car. Do you get my point on that?
Do you not like
Do you get my point on that?
I thought that was a rhetorical question.
Do you get my point?
Yes.
That's all I'm asking.
Yes.
Do you get my point?
Yes.
Never mind. You're like the rest of them.
But why did this story in particular really set you up? There have been far worse things.
I just told you. What don't you understand about that?
I guess I didn't get your point.
What don't you understand about that?
Yeah, I guess I didn't get it.
I guess not. Have a lovely day, please.
All right, Robin, let's hear from John Hein. John Hein, what's on the wrap-up show right now?
Scott DePace denies that he must be notified when he's being shot on camera.
Yeah, everyone's got rules all of a sudden, but we're going to clear all that up.
Edict in these parts.
Just keep I am the boss around here. Keep a camera on him. That's it. No more rules with it. Everyone has special rules. Tim all of a sudden goes, don't tweet this, don't put this on. This one, Doug Goodstein has the rules. Everyone's got rules around here. This is how we make a living. If you don't like it, you should work somewhere else.
So can we put a camera on you when you don't realize it's there?
There's a camera on me all the time.
No, but when you don't.
When I'm doing the show, during the show hours, there's a camera on me all the time. That's it. Wait, what do you?
I never once said it can't be. I just want to know when it is.
It's on you now. It's on you all the time. Now you know. So how can you not know? It's on you all the time.
So, all right, and
now you know.
That goes for everyone, right? I could just walk up behind him with a camera. Anyone here?
Sure.
At any time I want. That's what we do all day.
What do you think we're doing? What do you think's in the halls with Howard TV? You work for Howard TV.
There's a light on and you know that it's there. This is totally hidden.
What? Hidden? Get out of here.
Scott, when there's a
what
camera,
show do you work
the
for?
The studio is not lit, so whenever there's a camera on, it should be a light on. No, that's where you're wrong, Gary, because I can't.
You don't see it as a camera?
I can't see the monitor.
All right, listen to me, Scott. I'm going to explain it again. It's so simple. There's a camera on you all the time. Now you know.
I installed my own camera for that. I don't want a camera sneaking up behind me.
Hold on.
We work on the Howard Stern show. We have cameras on. You work for Howard TV.
He's a director, not a...
The direct. You ever watch the Academy Awards? They got a fucking camera on them.
I'm the producer, and Lieberman's there. I'm the producer. Lieberman's a news guy. Lisa's a news person. Fred does everything, and we all participate in the show.
And Scott, if you do that, that means everyone else does that, and then we don't have a show. And Howard TV doesn't have a channel, and you got to go find a new job.
Why are you different?
Put the camera on Gary full time then? I want the camera on full time.
But we're not saying put it on you full time. We're saying when something interesting is happening, like in the hallway when two people fight, there's no light.
You know what? He clearly doesn't understand how he's paid.
No, both of you guys don't understand. I fully understand. I've never once said no.
Scott, the camera is on you during the show. That's it.
Here's what it really is about.
At any time.
I want to see. How do I know if Gary's doing
It's on all the time.
Can Gary's be on all the time?
Why is it about me? It's about you.
We have a camera in the hallway. They run around with it all the time.
Gary.
Here's what this is about, Howard. I'm going to tell you right now. This is what it's about, which is the stupidest thing. Sometimes when it gets late in the show, Scott slouches in his chair.
Right.
Like way down low, like almost like he looks like he's falling asleep. And he does not want to be shot like that. And he's told people, don't shoot me like that.
Shoot him slouching in his chair. I want to know when he's slouching in his chair.
That is not what
and the camera is now on, and it will be turned off.
And you have it wrong.
The camera is now on. In fact, if you look behind you, there's a cameraman. Take a look behind you. There he is. There's a cameraman. His name is Jason.
Oh, it's a big fat guy.
Yeah.
Give me your best.
The camera's now on, and it's going to be turned off in 2015 when there's no Howard TV and there's no more Howard Stern show, and then everyone will go get a new job where there's no camera.
Okay, I swear to God.
Don't slouch in your chair.
I'm sneaking up behind everyone with a camera. I'm going to find stuff.
Good.
I'm going to see
Go ahead.
doing stuff.
Good. I can't wait to see it. Howard
wait.
TV fans will love it.
Yeah, you're going to get a lot of tape.
Thank you. Gee whiz, he doesn't know the camera's on?
Scott, real quick. What's Howard not understanding about your...
Oh my God, fucking everything. Everything he gets wrong. It's unbelievable at this point. He doesn't understand that, you know, this is a 5-hour show. And to have a camera sneak up behind you, I'm not into. And you know what I'll do? To punish him, I'm going to clam up. And they're going to get nothing out of me. How about that?
Well, explain what you're doing. I mean, right here, you're having to pay attention to monitors. You're not able to know what you're trying to say is you're not able to see.
You're helping me out.
You don't have the visual cue of a light coming up behind you because that light would impede you from doing your job.
Right.
Just like if my light or Rob's light impeded one of them from doing their job, they require us to turn it off.
Yeah. Like if I did this to you, you couldn't shoot me.
Could potentially ruin my lens.
So, yeah, it's a sneaky thing. It's basically having a hidden camera on me all the time. So I don't understand why it's different with Gary. Why can't he have a camera on him all the time? And let me see if something is interesting or not. So, what do you do? I don't get it.
Did Roseanne lay down any rules? Was there anything to not speak about? And why does she put herself in that position where, I mean, she pretty much knows going in it's going to be a boatload of fat jokes and stuff. Like, I would guess, somebody said yesterday, would Howard put any controls on it? And I said, yeah, you probably would. I didn't say this on the air, but in my mind, you wouldn't want anybody to talk about your ex-wife. You want anybody to talk about your kid.
Right.
So why is, like, there's a mindset, like Roseanne's saying, the gloves are off, man. Fucking hit me wherever you want. And I don't know why
you would put yourself
through,
like, what is the...
See, the other thing, too, is, here's the thing. You're in a better position. I think there's a part of Roseanne that does it because there's a need...
to be in the limelight.
Or to be... whether it's promoting a show that's coming up, you know what I mean? Like, you don't need to be there. I think everyone who does it needs to be there for a reason. I think there's a psychological mindset there that's a little weird that you should explore.
Okay. Roseanne's supposed to call in just a minute or two.
Yeah?
Yeah, you know, they had this roast for Roseanne. I compiled a bunch of articles. These are some of the jokes. A guy named Anthony Jeselnik said, Roseanne, what does it say about you that when you accused your father of incest, there was an outpouring of sympathy for your father? That's pretty good. Amy Schumer said of Roseanne, I was surprised you were running for president. I just think a lot of people just couldn't even picture you, like, running. I thought that was good.
Yeah.
Seth Green said, the thing with Roseanne is she has enough money not to work, but she still does a TV show every few years to punish the rest of us. You've even had 2 reality shows, which is a lot for someone who is completely out of touch with reality.
Good.
Yeah. Katie Segal said, it's great to see Roseanne back in the spotlight. Technically, it's 2 spotlights, but you get the idea. A lot of fat jokes, you know.
Right.
Jeff Ross said, folks, in case you don't know where Hawaii is, it's just off the coast of Roseanne. And then he says to Roseanne, it means you're fat. You want to hear a few more of these?
Sure.
All right, Wayne Brady said, Roseanne, it's been said that you stole Sam Kinnison's style. You're fat, loud, and you died in the 90s. That's good. But Roseanne, you had to overcome a lot to make it in Hollywood, and that's why I love you. Bad marriages, mental illness, plus you look like Roseanne.
Oh.
You're oversized, beat up, and you reek of marijuana. You're kind of like Willie Nelson's tour bus, except people still want to ride that. I think that's real strong. Carrie Fisher said, "You're a follower of the Kabbalah. How embarrassing for you," which is a form of Jewish mysticism. You know what else would be a form of Jewish mysticism? Hollywood giving you another show. Let's see what else. Gilbert Gottfried. Tonight it's our chance to end the reign of Rozilla forever. Evidently he kept referring to her as Rozilla.
Rozilla.
Everyone grab your torches and lead her to the pit. She'll think it's a barbecue. Rozilla.
Oh, my goodness.
Let's see. What did Tom Arnold say here? A lot of these we heard already. I had Rosie's face tattooed on my chest. Believe me, it's hard for a woman to have sex with you when Roseanne is staring at her. It's even harder to masturbate. Rosie, this is true. Had I loved Tom Arnold tattooed... Oh, I said, Rose... I don't know, this is weirdly written, but he had I love Tom Arnold tattooed... She had Tom Arnold... I don't know what this is. Rosie had I love Tom Arnold tattooed on her hip, which made me the 4th largest property owner in California. I knew there was a good joke in there somewhere. Rosie, there's no reason to be jealous of my wife, Ashley. She's tall and thin and wasn't even born when we were married. Plus, I've learned from your biggest mistake. I made her sign a prenup. I thought that was pretty good. To Roseanne's boyfriend, I want to say to you, man, no matter what, you've got to stick with this woman. She may not be the perfect wife, but trust me, she's the worst ex-wife on the planet. Literally. You do not want to be the guy on the couch with your date and hear how small your penis is on Saturday Night Live. And then The View, and then CNN, and then Al Jazeera. She holds a grudge. Recently, Roseanne got in trouble for wishing cancer on a Chick-fil-A customer. But you guys can all relax. If she had the power to wish cancer on anyone, I would have been dead in 94. All right. Not so good?
Well, anyway. Maybe it was his delivery.
Maybe he had a better delivery than I did. All right, Roseanne's on the phone.
Oh, good.
Hey, Roseanne. Roseanne?
Yeah, hi, Howard.
You okay, baby?
Oh, God, it's early.
I know. I'm so sorry.
Where are you? You still out in Los Angeles?
LA. It's like 5:30. Hey, can you swear on this show?
Yes.
Oh, fucking great.
Yeah, you can say whatever you want here. There's complete freedom of speech. Roseanne, why would anyone, especially a woman in your position, why would you put yourself through a roast? Seriously, from a psychological point of view, I mean, it's endless fat jokes. Like, I was even thinking about it for myself. Like, if someone said to me they want to roast me, I don't think I'd want to put myself through it.
Why? It's fun.
Is it, though? I mean,
well, it is. I mean, I'd say that over the whole, it took about 3 hours to film it, you know.
Right.
But, you know, when it was up and running, there's some damn good jokes, man. You know, it's good to laugh at yourself. It's, you know, it's kind of a test to see how sound you are mentally and spiritually and everything else, like a warrior thing. And I knew I could do it. And, you know,
could you really? But Roseanne, did you lay down rules? Like, I think if I had to be roasted, I think I would lay down some rules. I would say, look, I don't want you talking about my kids. I don't want you talking about I wouldn't even want them talking about my ex-wife. I wouldn't want, you know what I'm saying?
I do, and I did. Yeah, I asked them, you know, not to make jokes about certain things about me, and I asked them to make sure that they didn't, you know, do the stuff the kind of jokes they like to tell about any woman. I told them to class it up, bring it up to first grade, guys.
All right. When you say you laid down rules, what did you specifically say to lay off?
Well, don't talk about women's body parts and their smell and all that friggin' ridiculous kind of snake-like joke that a lot of guys think is funny, you know, and it's not, because there were a lot of women up there. So I just asked them to class it up, and you know they did. They did a great job.
Because then it's too easy. You like when like sometimes
no easy. Yeah, well, don't talk about no shit jokes. You know, when I did Roseanne, that was my rule. You're not getting one shit joke in there.
Or like your pussy smells, or this kind of thing, like where they just take a woman's private parts and just rip them apart, so to speak.
Yeah, because there's other things you can make fun of a person for besides their asshole.
Right, and when a guy says, when someone gets up there and says, oh, you know, Roseanne was molested as a child, which is something that caused you a lot of pain, and Roseanne was molested as a child, and I feel so bad for her father, you know, that kind of thing, that didn't sting a little bit?
actually, Actually, I told him don't do, if you're going to do any jokes like that, don't have it be like like Sandusky would laugh.
Right. Like where a guy would think, oh yeah, it's okay to molest someone.
Yeah, but the one that they did, I guess they're going to take it out. They've been real nice to me, and of course I wouldn't have done it if they hadn't listened. But
right.
There were two jokes like that, and. One of them I thought was really funny. I didn't think I would, but they say they're going to take him out. And now I find myself saying, leave that one, which you never know what you're going to do,
Which one was that? Was that the Seth Green? They say they're going to take out the Seth Green comment where Jeff Ross compared him to the shooter in Colorado. I think they shouldn't take that out. I don't think it was disparaging to the victims of that thing. It was more disparaging to Seth Green and his movie career.
Well, I guess they've had a few calls, and they're. But yeah, the whole reason you have a comedy channel and a comedy roast and that level of comics is to push the envelope and to try to go over the line. I mean, that proves we have a country of free speech. If you're going to go over the line, where is the line? You don't know till you go over it, and I kind of think it's important to keep that. But I was going to tell you the joke that I did think was funny, that I was mad about getting molested because I didn't get the candy.
Right,
yeah.
I kind of thought that was pretty funny.
Yeah, that was brilliant, really.
Yeah, it's going the right way with it. I mean, of course, Howard and Robin, we can tell jokes about anything. It's just how we say them,
No, you're absolutely right. I was saying, especially with this show, I've been in trouble many times because I don't even get the luxury of preparing my comments. Sometimes I'm talking off the cuff. Making people laugh is the hardest thing in the world.
You know what? But you're right, Howard, and it's like one of the most noble, too, especially in these tough times, and that's why I wanted to do it, because I'm like, man, people need a laugh. I need a laugh, of course, I just love jokes, and I love being around comedians, and I just love that level of thought and on-your-feet stuff, Howard, that we do. It's awesome.
Roseanne, was there anybody there who tanked, in your opinion, who bombed, like didn't come off well making fun of you?
You know what? Nobody tanked. Everybody was real funny. There was, I thought, of all the funny things that, I thought that the Wayne Brady, his joke was the one that most went over the line. And,
the Sam Kinison, you're fat, you're loud, and you died in the 90s, that thing, you had to overcome a lot to make it in Hollywood. That's why I love you. Bad marriages, mental illness, plus you look like Roseanne.
No, not that one. I thought those were kind of funny.
Right.
There was just one that was like, ugh.
What do you say?
I can't remember because I have no memory because I smoke too much pot. But, it was whatever where there was a cringe moment. But, I just put my hands over my eyes on the cringe moments, and I only did that 3 times. And one was, of course, on the Colorado shooting one because,
Yeah, that's a tough
although
one.
I think it should be there, and people, they did get mad and like groan and stuff like that. But you got to respect a brave comic that'll go out there. Look what happened to Gilbert.
Right.
We can't keep letting them take us down like that. We have freedom of speech here.
Right. You're referring to Gilbert tweeted a tsunami joke after the Japanese tsunami. And he lost his
job,
he lost his gig and stuff. Yeah, it's a weird thing because people don't realize how hard it is to know that line. And I told this story yesterday to Jeff Ross. I said I was on Letterman right after the OJ thing went on, and before any comedian made a joke, I went on there and made an OJ reference, a joke, and Letterman really kind of blasted me for it. And then 3 days later, he was making OJ jokes. It was suddenly okay. And that always struck me as like, well, someone's got to test the waters, right?
Yeah, and also I think psychically, the one that tells the first joke is the one that kind of bursts the toxic bubble that we're, once we laugh at it,
right.
We kind of heal it a little bit, I think,
Yeah, it's a tough line. Did you recently apologize for some of your tweets?
You know what? I apologize that I used the wrong word to convey a thought. It's really hard on there because you only get 140 characters, and
right.
I used the wrong word. I realized after. I couldn't understand why people were so angry, so I reread it about 50 times, and I was like, what? And then it hit me that I had used the word deserves, and it's not at all what I meant.
You're talking about Chick-fil-A, right?
Yeah. I said anyone who eats hormone-infused, antibiotic-filled, factory farm chicken, deserves the cancer they're going to get. And, that was after like 50 or 100 million tweets going, "You're un-American." I just got too pissed and I spit out deserves, where I shouldn't have used the word deserves. What I was trying to say is, hey, if you eat shit, you're going to get sick.
Right, and to me, now I will probably end up following you on Twitter because that sounds like you're saying something interesting, but as soon as you say something interesting along those lines, you get crap, and then it kind of beats the crap out of you to the point that you don't Twitter, and then you don't say anything interesting, right?
Yeah, I take a break once the idiot factor, reaches tipping point. I just walk away for a while.
And with the Chick-fil-A thing, I can't believe how many people don't understand. This isn't a freedom of. No one's saying the guy from Chick-fil-A can't say what he wants to say.
Well, he's trying to spin the shit, and say now that it's freedom of speech. It is certainly not about that.
That's right.
People in America, they can't friggin' name the shit. They can't be accurate and name the shit anymore. And then people make sure that they can't.
No, yeah, it's subterfuge. The guy from Chick-fil-A, what I'm saying is, because I believe people have a right to get married and gay people have to have a freedom should feel as good about themselves as anybody else. They're saying, hey, listen, why should we support Chick-fil-A if they're going to be like this?
Right.
I mean, the dopey guy should just keep his mouth shut and serve the stupid chicken. I mean, any good businessman knows that. Don't give your political views.
Yeah, especially when they're that extreme, and they include, like, deporting gays. I mean, it's not just about gay marriage. He says it is, but that guy, Mr. Cathy, he gave $5 million last year to these real extreme anti-gay things that say that, that gays should be deported, among other things, and that, pretty much hate speech, setting them up to get, attacked on the street.
Where does he suggest we deport them to? The moon? I mean, he doesn't have any gay people?
The gay state?
Here's what's the problem with a guy like that. He doesn't know any gay people. He doesn't have any gay relatives. He might even have a gay child.
Well, his name's Mr. Cathy. That's what cracks me up.
Yeah, Cathy. Well, maybe that's it. He's a little sensitive. Maybe he's trying to show how manly he is or something. I don't know. Now, are you still running for president?
Yeah, I'm still doing it, Howard.
And are you actually, in other words, when I go to vote, will I see the name Roseanne there?
Well, that's what it's really all about. The reason I'm doing it, Howard, is because it's about ballot access. Now, the party that I was elected, we're on the ballot in 14 states. The point is that a party, other than this two-headed monster, this two-headed Republican monster, there should be a third party that people have a real choice, not two sides of the same coin. Like, okay, both Romney and Obama work for Wall Street. People should have a choice of a candidate who does not. And so, that isn't even on the ballot in anything but 14 states.
What is the party?
That's kind of what I'm trying to increase.
What is the party you're with?
Peace and freedom.
And in other words, your point is, if I can get this peace and freedom third party on more, you get a certain amount of votes, and then automatically it gets added to the voting booth.
Right. Well, my point is that people should have a socialist choice at least a conversation. It should at least be included in the conversation, since it is the thing that saved this country after the last time Wall Street fucked us.
If you so when you go into the voting booth, are you going to vote for yourself, or will you vote for Obama or Romney?
Well, everybody has to ask themselves big moral questions, and of course, I plan to vote for myself, because I do think that I'm the only candidate who isn't bought and sold and full of shit. And but it depends. Of course. Even though I think they're basically the same, I think Obama's better than Romney. I think that he's 2% better.
Mm-hmm. What if you actually? What if something bizarre happened and you actually become president?
Then this country would be on its way to prosperity and peace and freedom. If I was president, believe me, there's no way that I know exactly how to fix every problem, and I know exactly how to do it, and I do it immediately, like they did it in Iceland. Read about Iceland, Howard. They kicked out the Fed, the Federal Reserve, and their economy is booming after 3 months because there's nobody there just stealing their damn money.
Well, I read that part of your platform is if you really do become president, you're going to drone attack Tom Arnold's house. What did you ask Willie Nelson to be your vice president?
I did, and he accepted.
He did, because the report I got was that he turned you down.
No. First he turned me down, and then he accepted. And I was so happy when he accepted my campaign and everything, and then like 1 hour later he withdrew.
So you still don't have a running mate?
I want some of the shit he's smoking.
Yeah. Do you smoke a lot of weed? Because there were a lot of references that you smoke weed.
You know what, Howard? I have glaucoma.
Right.
And I have medical marijuana. In California, it's legal.
Do you really have glaucoma, or is that just sort of something you got your doctor to go along with?
Well,
it was cured, but she's still treating
Yeah, right. Oh, she's treating it.
I'm almost all but blind in my left eye now, and you know, I probably have to have surgery and all kinds of crazy stuff. My eyes are, nothing.
I didn't know that. I'm sorry to hear that. Are you baked like 24 hours a day? Is it that much pot use?
Oh no, I only I take about one drag in the morning, Howard. I don't do it in the afternoon or at night.
Why the morning? That gets you sort of...
I have to read a lot in the morning,
So you're saying it really does alleviate the symptoms of glaucoma?
Yeah, you have a lot of pressure in your eyes, and it does relieve it, and you can see better. But also, I just found out I also have cataracts. Christ, now I'm talking about how goddamn old I am. But I have to get my can you believe cataracts?
It's depressing, isn't it?
Oh, it's just so fucking depressing. I guess I needed a laugh, and love being around people laughing. The audience was wonderful, and
and talk to me about the decision. Take me through this decision, because I had Tom Arnold on my show, I'd say about 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago. And by the way, Tom did a really good job being on the show. He was witty, he was funny, he got people laughing. He was talking about Arnold Schwarzenegger and his time.
I'm glad people like him and think he's funny now. When we were married, everybody was saying he wasn't funny.
You're right. And I was one of them.
Maybe we would have got along better if we hadn't had all that pressure constantly saying, that he's not funny and all that shit, which I felt they were just coming after me anyway. But, yeah, he is funny.
But did that influence you in your relationship with him? Like, when enough people keep saying he's just using Roseanne for her money, he's not funny, he's a user, he has no talent of his own, do you start to actually believe the people who are saying that?
No, I never believed it because, he was, I knew he was funny. I hired him to write for me. That's how we, made a relationship. But, it did affect us like, that kind of stuff does affect couples. And,
damn right it does.
It made him feel real bad. And then he would get mean about it, but he directed at me. So that's what ruined it.
Yeah, I've apologized to him.
Tell them, he'd go, you call them and tell them I am funny, and he'd be screaming until I did pick up the phone and go, hey, I want you to, and then he'd write down what I was supposed to say, or else, he'd just be screaming. So I go, I want you to know, and, part of me, of course, I wanted to defend him, but, it was just like, that was what my marriage was like, walking on eggshells. Anytime anybody said anything, I knew that, it was going to be an emotional price to pay. Like a lot of people who have unhappy, what do you call it?
Spouses,
it makes your life fucking hell.
Yeah, you I never even stopped to consider that. Like all of the shitty thing, and I count myself among them, and I've apologized to Tom about this, because...
Well, hey, I thank you, because I'm damn glad I ain't married to that son of a bitch anymore.
Yeah, right. I know. But in a way, when you saw him at the roast, was there a part of you that still loved him?
I thought his head was fucking huge. I couldn't believe how big his head got.
Well, it seems like he's done some plastic surgery, right?
I have no idea. We haven't even talked in 19 years. I'll tell you, when he was coming on... first we heard that he did not want to do it, right?
Yeah, well, I'm telling you, he was on my show, and I forget if we talked about it off the air or on the air.
No, it was on the air.
It was on the. He said something to me. If Roseanne asked me to do it, would you think I should do it? Was that it, Robin? How did it go down?
It somehow came up like that, and he was saying, "Well, I don't think she wants to see me. I would do it, but I don't think she is open to it."
Yeah, he asked my opinion. Yeah, go ahead, Gary.
I remember because TMZ had reported that they had asked him, and I remember him saying that He wasn't sure that he wanted to do it. He thought that it was bad for his mental health, that he was like in a good place, and he wasn't sure he wanted to stir all that up again.
Yeah, that's what it was. I think he was really nervous and sort of scared to sort of see you, and I don't blame him.
You know, but then he started calling. Then he gave a call over to Comedy Central, and he told them, you know, he would be happy. He would be very happy to do it if asked.
Yeah, well, I kind of said to him, I said, Tom, it will be the greatest showbiz moment to see you and Roseanne. I said, if you can get through it, and if you can, you know, go there with a good spirit, it will be phenomenal.
Well, he, you know, at first he said he would, like Willie Nelson. Then the next day he said he wouldn't. Then the next day his publicist said they wouldn't let him. I called him, you know, and I left a message on his phone, and I said, hey, you know, you have my personal guarantee that it's not going to get ugly. None of this roast is going to be ugly and filthy. You know, I at least, you know, I have control over that, and they're very gracious. And I give you my word that nothing, you know, to harm you or make you feel horrible or ruin your career or your life or anything like that's going to happen. And it's just a good opportunity for both of us to show the world that we've moved on, and this is a brand new day. And
but have you moved
my
on?
heart's in the right place, and I hope you'll show up and tell some jokes. Will be great.
Oh.
So then the next thing, people came in my, you know. But I want to say, you know, I thought it was a good enough roast without him, but I thought, well, everybody kept asking me, so why not give the fans what they want, right?
Well, your first reaction was, hey, I don't want him. He was the one guy you made a stipulation. I don't want him on the roast, right? That was your initial reaction.
No, I always thought, you know, that I would ask him.
Oh, you did?
You know, everybody wants to see that. So, I mean, my first thing is, you know, I want to entertain the audience, so you got to do what you got to do, right?
What do you think that is about performers, that you'll actually put your own mental health at risk just to please the audience?
I wasn't putting my mental health at risk at all.
Well, seeing him again might set you off in the sense that, like, you go, oh, what the fuck? You know, I'm done with this guy. I don't want to be a part of this guy anymore. But you know what? Fuck it. It's going to be great television. I'll put myself through it.
Well, I knew that, it wasn't going to, like, and I know I don't have any emotional investment in it whatsoever, so I knew it wasn't going to upset me unless, you know, he took off after me, but I knew he was smarter than that, because, you know, I figured the first time when he said no, it's because he can't take the retort, and, you know, it's a harsh retort.
Right.
But, you know, he took it, so I thought that was brave. But afterwards, you know, I thanked him, and I said, well, onward and upward. Good luck to you in your life. And, you know, it's a good thing. Also, you know, all the shit going on in our country, all this hate, I sort of thought, hey, if I can have this moment and show it, you know, maybe I'll influence other people. Get past old shit, you know, even politically, countries, maybe I say in my act, or when I followed him, I said, you know, I realize that if I could bury my roiling, boiling, ceaseless hatred for Tom Arnold, there could maybe be peace in the Middle East.
Yeah, no, I remember. I mean, it was such a vicious hatred in the sense that you even said, hey, he took millions of dollars of mine that I had in a box or something. I don't remember the exact story you told me. But, you know, you felt he had stolen from you. And so I guess my question was, gee, when you really go through something like that and you still kind of harbor those feelings and you finally just kind of wipe this guy out of your mind, you don't have to see him anymore, this, that, and the other thing, you kind of put that all aside to please the audience, and that's what's crazy about performers, myself included. There's sometimes I'll do stuff I don't even want to do, but I know it'll be great television or radio.
Yeah, you're right there. And, you know, comics and stuff, we'll do anything for a laugh. I mean, of course, we've all embarrassed ourselves at some point, but that's just part of it. We're open people and honest.
But Tom's very well off now. Do you think he should pay you back?
Yeah, I do.
Yep. Yeah, I know you do.
I sure do.
Wouldn't you?
Yeah, I'm
that's my kid's money. He definitely should pay me back.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like so, but somehow you put that aside, and even after the roast, it would have been awkward if you didn't go up to him and say anything. So you walked over to him. He didn't walk over to you.
No, he went backstage, and I came backstage, and I just, you know, I said, I really, you know, think you were brave, and you really did great. Your jokes were good.
Did he go to hug you? Did he hug you?
Well, that. You know, of course he did that, but that was on the stage.
I see. But when you were backstage, did he shake your hand or hug you?
No, but I patted him on the lapel there, and I said, "Onward and upward, Tom. Let's roll. Let's go."
There was a report that backstage he tried to steal your purse. Is that true?
No, I didn't have a purse.
You did not have a purse.
No.
You do not have
to bring it.
After he was done and he came off the stage, you know, I was like, "Oh no, that was an awkward moment." And I just kind of held my hand up so he could kiss my hand like the Pope or something.
Right.
But he went for the full hug, and I was like, "Oh God." That one I was a little scared of, but you know, it was okay. There wasn't no dagger in his hand from my back or anything.
So when we watch the roast of Roseanne Sunday night at 10 o'clock on Comedy Central, we're going to see Tom hugging you.
You know what you're going to see, though? You're going to fucking see so many funny comics, like with great, great jokes. And, you know, Gilbert, he just put me away. Gilbert made me almost fall on the floor and pee my pants.
Yeah, Gilbert is a great roaster.
Yeah,
he's a great comic.
Yeah.
He called you Rosella.
Everybody was funny.
He called you Rosella.
Rosella was the funniest damn thing I've ever heard in my life. I couldn't get my breath.
Did you wait?
You know who was really funny was that new girl, Amy Schumer.
Amy is really funny.
She's terrific. In fact, she said of you, "I was surprised you were running for president. I just thought a lot of people couldn't picture you like running."
There was a lot of those kind of jokes, but you know, those are funny. I didn't at any time feel that you know, it had gone below into the toilet level like I've seen it do before. You know.
Is it true that Sharon Stone was booked for the roast and then canceled?
Well, you know what? She's doing a movie, and they moved their movie schedule, so it wasn't, you know, she couldn't get out of the movie, so, you know, she apologized and all that stuff.
You believe she's actually doing a movie?
Well, that's what we were told.
I see. So there was
but that's what I was telling you, Howard. There are a lot, and it's often very...
She's loonier and shit. I would have had a great retort for her.
Yeah.
Carrie Fisher was on there, and boy, was she funny.
Yeah, everyone seemed to do a good job. You know, everyone, from what I'm hearing about it and reading about it, it seems like it's going to be a good night.
But oftentimes, a lot of attractive women will back out.
Yeah. Well, why do attractive women back out? Because they think
they're afraid. They can't take it.
They can't take it. Yeah,
taking the retort is like the hardest thing on earth.
You're absolutely right, because Sharon Stone, who is known for her great beauty, you know, people are going to take shots at her saying your beauty is faded, and they really don't have a sense of humor about it.
Well, Sharon can deliver a punchline, believe it or not, and I think she was very excited to be there. She was, but you know, they just moved the schedule and she couldn't. So
is she a good friend of yours?
She's a good friend-ish.
Is it true that you and John Goodman have been signed to do another sitcom together?
Well, no. We did that pilot and they didn't like it.
Okay.
But, I suppose we could do that again anytime we wanted to, but, you know, you have to question all that stuff. Plus, we're so damn old, but I'll tell you, the one we did, the one pilot, the week we worked together, it was just a blast. It was just a wonderful, wonderful, fun, great time.
When you talk about that menopause has killed your sex drive, are you joking, or are you saying that, like, you've completely dried up and you don't have sex with your man anymore?
Well, you know, I'll do it once in a while, but I do try to get out of it.
You do? Because why? Because it's just, in other words, you look at a guy now and it's like, oh, why bother?
You know, when you get old, you know, you'll find out. I guess they got Viagra for old men, which that should be illegal. But,
right.
You know, I mean, your body
it's not
changes,
fair.
Yeah, and, you know, you're just kind of, Christ, you're too damn tired.
You dry up, right? I mean, in other words, it's hard to lubricate.
Jesus, Howard.
Come on, Roseanne. Let people know.
Well, you know, yes, that is part of it, but that's just a symptom of it. The real problem is that, you know, it's just, you know, your get up and go just gets up and goes.
Well, maybe you should just save yourself for sex. Stop doing all that other stuff.
Yeah, that's it.
I know, that's kind of what my boyfriend suggests.
Does your boyfriend say to you, look, Roseanne, I have needs, and, you know, try to do something. Blow me, do something for me. I mean, to just sort of dry up on him and not go anywhere with it. I mean, that is unfair to him, isn't it?
Well, I try to be a good girlfriend.
Right.
Christ, it's hard, you know. I don't know. I'd rather have pie and just like sleep and try to fix the goddamn world.
If Willie Nelson isn't your running mate, who is?
My running mate is Cindy Sheehan.
And what is she, an actress?
Cindy Sheehan, hon. Remember the woman who she lost her son Casey in Iraq, and she occupied George Bush down there in Crawford,
right.
Texas.
The Iraq War protester.
Yes.
Yeah, so she's your running mate. All right.
Yeah.
All right, so listen, I've got the whole story now. Let's review.
Okay.
We first want to say she showed America that she can get past things and reunited with Tom Arnold for television's sake. She did it. She sat like Jesus. She sacrificed herself for you, so you should watch.
Actually, he had some great jokes, and he was real funny.
Yeah, well, that's. Did it bother you when he started to have real success? When he was in True Lies with Arnold Schwarzenegger, he was having a major career. Did it irk you in some way? Like, did you become, I don't want to say jealous, but just like, oh, I don't want to see him do well?
Not at all. No, I'm the one who, remember, I'm the one who, like, took all the shots so that he did get famous. And, you know, he just kind of turned into a monster at that point.
He did?
So, but I didn't begrudge the work I personally had done to get him.
How did he turn into a monster at that point?
Huh?
How did he turn into a monster at that point? Was he difficult to work with?
Oh, I don't know what he was like to work with, but he was impossible to be married to or live with.
Wow. And who has more money now? I would still think you have more money than Tom, but I don't know.
I have no idea. I don't know. I don't know how much. He's done 50 movies. I don't know.
Do you think he might have more money than you?
Probably. That's the way shit goes, isn't it?
Well, you have to think, though, he had a couple of other marriages where he didn't sign prenups, remember?
Oh,
Is
that's
that right?
Yeah. He might be cleaned out, too.
Well, I don't know. I do wish him well. You know, he told my boyfriend on the show, he said, whatever you do, stay with her. She's a horrible wife, but she makes an even worse ex-wife.
Right. Do you really wish him well? Seriously, if I gave you the power now to wish him well or to wish him ill, what would you wish him?
Of course, I wish everyone well.
You do?
Of course. Otherwise, you know, I'd have all that hate inside me, and I'd be a miserable old bitch, and I'm not.
Right. Did you always know that your TV daughter was gay? Was that a shock to you?
Who, Sarah?
Sarah, yeah. I know Sarah now. I've been on her show.
Yes, I always knew she was gay because she liked Jodie Foster movies.
That's the sign, right? That's how you know.
I used to make fun of her. I'm like, come on, Jodie Foster. Especially after Jodie Foster did that one movie where she played the Grand Same Here. That one where she couldn't even talk.
Nell.
Right, Nell, right.
Anybody who liked that movie, you know, they were definitely, you know, they were undecided on their sexuality and their humanity.
Why was no one from your former huge hit sitcom on the roast? Do they not like you? Do they not get along with you? Why was Sarah not there? Why? I mean, Tom, of course, was a writer there, but aside from Tom, Sandra Bernhard. I'm trying to think who else was on the show. Tom Goodman. Where the hell was he?
John Goodman.
John Goodman, not Tom.
You know, they were all asked, and you know, people had other commitments, or you know, or they're, you know what it is, Howard. You know this, I think.
Okay.
Everybody's got a publicist.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, they're really Satan's hordes.
Yes.
They really do all, they're all like, you know, it's all just image. And
do you have a publicist?
Yeah, but he's not like they are.
Well,
and everybody's like, you can't do that because you won't look this and that. I mean, obviously, my publicist doesn't give a shit what I do.
Right.
But, you know, I think they stop them and they say, oh, you're going to get up there and you're going to get called names. People, again, Howard, you know, you got to have a thick skin and, you know, a good sense of humor about yourself to take the retort. And a lot of people in Hollywood, as you know, Howard, they don't have a sense of humor about themselves, and they're like overly sensitive,
right,
big whining fucking babies.
Right. No, you make a good point. I mean, it's a hard thing to take. So, okay.
You don't want to put yourself out there to just be knocked when you're trying real hard to get a job, and that's the other part of it, too. And why I asked Comedy Central, could we not, like, have people walking away feeling slimed?
Right.
So, you know, they did a good job, and they let me bring in some new writers, and they got some new writers, and I noticed a few of them were women, and that's a big step up there for Comedy Central, and I was glad they did it, and I think they should continue looking at hiring more women writers.
Roseanne, should Romney have to release his tax returns?
Not only should he have to do that, yes, absolutely. He should give back every dime he stole from the American people. There'd be no problem in this country whatsoever. Everybody be living great.
And will you release your tax returns? I know
No.
there's a big call for no.
Hell no.
You won't do it.
Well, I mean, if I have to, I will. But I mean, I'm not stealing any federal money. And Romney, there's questions of that. But certainly, I've never even been within 5 feet of where they got all the money hidden over there in Washington.
You feel Romney stole from the American people?
I think he stole from God and the world. I think the guy's like the biggest friggin' thief that ever lived, and he's self-righteous about it on top of it.
Listen, Roseanne, you've said it all. You know you've said it all.
Mm-hmm. Not all.
Close to. All right, that's true. You got a little shy when it came to menopause and drying up.
Well, because I have grandsons, Howard.
Listen, they need to know about this. One day they're going to get old.
They're only 2 or 3.
They need to know about drying
when
up.
When they were 5, my one grandson said to my boyfriend, he goes, "Why you want to have sex with an old lady like my granny?"
That's nice. Way to throw you under the bus. Listen, it's great talking to you. Come see us when you're in New York.
Yeah, I really appreciate both of you. You're doing great, and thanks for having me.
All right, I love having you on.
Good to talk to you.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.
All right, bye, Roseanne. That's Roseanne. I don't know if she's saying Roseanne Barr anymore. Maybe she went back to it. For a while, she wasn't Roseanne Barr.
Well, was she just a one-name person, Roseanne?
She went to. Remember when you went to Ophelia? That's where she got the idea. Yeah, go ahead. Roseanne Barr. Yeah, she's back.
She was Roseanne Barr.
All right, listen. For a while, it wasn't.
The TV show was Roseanne.
Yeah, I was thinking there was a time when Robin tried to change her name to Roseanne Quivers. Didn't fly.
This is the best of the wrap-up show. A recap and behind-the-scenes look with John High and Gary Dell'Abate. The best of the wrap-up show begins now.
I'm Gary Dell'Abate, Baba Booey. And on Monday's wrap-up show, we talked about Warren Sapp, NFL legend. He came in here and talked about a variety of things. He talked about what it's like to have sex and how he can't hold out that long. But then we talked about some football stuff, too. Had a great moment where he talked about what it's like to sack the quarterback. Anyway, here's what happened on the wrap-up show.
I want to start off with Warren Sapp. Gary, before he came in, I was talking about it's always great when Howard interviews a football player, a professional sports player, because he doesn't really follow it, yet you end up hearing more and learning more about the athlete than you ever knew before.
The thing that makes Howard great with athletes is because he doesn't know a lot about sports, there's no hero worship. So it's not, oh my God, Warren Sapp here. So Howard's like, oh, there's a football player here that people say is pretty good, and he seems very interesting. So there's none of that like, oh my God, I saw you when you were in Miami, I saw you at the Super Bowl. So all that shit goes out the window. So all the interviews you've heard Warren Sapp do, this one's already different.
Do you think Warren is an angry guy?
I thought that the interview was contentious in a funny way.
What do you mean?
I mean that there were times where Warren seemed irritated by Howard, but because Howard didn't seem to have his facts right. And I mean, I never thought it was going to, come to anything, but he was like he was sort of mixing it up with Howard, not taking any shit from him.
Yeah, and I thought that made him an interesting guest.
Absolutely.
But do you remember that draft when he was just plummeting in the NFL and eventually got picked by Tampa?
Vaguely. Who was the number one pick in that draft?
Oh, God, I don't know. It was
95?
I don't remember. Will, you should probably come down with that. But I do know. I know that's the year the Jets took Kyle Brady before Warren
Yes,
Sapp.
of course. But I do have a major.
John Carter. That's who it was.
I have a major connection with Warren. We were talking about today. He and I did Hollywood Squares together, and we spent the whole day together. And at the time, this had to be like 99, 2000 or something like that. And he gave me his cell phone number. He said, "I really want to do Howard Stern show." After we went to break, he got up and he said, "There's only two people I've ever wanted to be on this show. You and Letterman." And now I've done that. So he had given me his number, and I called him a bunch of times trying to get him on the show. It just never worked out.
I'm glad he came on today. Scott in Mississippi, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, John, how's it going?
Good, Scott. What's on your mind?
Just I'm glad Gary brought up the bounty scandal with the New Orleans Saints with him because, for a guy that says that he had a conspiracy theory on his draft pick, he sure does, and how people make up evidence, he sure didn't have a whole lot of opinion on that whenever he brought it up.
Well, I brought it up, and he said that he had a source that told him that Jeremy Shockey was a whistleblower. That was it. What's the conspiracy theory?
Well, the fact that the NFL hadn't brought out any evidence against the Saints, that's up for like 200 pages that they claim to have 5,000, and he just didn't have a whole lot of opinion on the bounty scandal in general. Just the fact that he had
we didn't ask him whether we thought it was wrong or right. He basically said, "I think it's a bunch of bullshit. I don't need $1,000 isn't going to make me hit a guy any harder."
Which I thought was interesting. Like that is why are people offended by it? Was it the hit to injure somebody?
Yeah, right. In other words, you're giving somebody money if you can knock somebody out of a game. And even though football is an incredibly violent game, and even though people get hurt all the time, to say that you're going out there, I mean, I guess you could say, I'm going out there and I'm going to, play my best day, but you can't say I'm going to go out there and,
so the bounty wasn't just for a tackle, allegedly. It was for an actual injury?
It could be for a variety. If you knock a guy out.
If you knock somebody out of the game, you get X amount of dollars.
If a guy limps off the field, whatever it is, that sort of thing.
But, yeah, Warren made it very clear. He was like, look, the money's nothing at that point because they're all doing very well in the NFL. And I thought with Shockey, he said he had a source and that was it and kind of wanted to move off of that.
I will wonder, because Warren works for the NFL, right?
Right. Well,
he works for NFL Network now.
He was on NFL Network and he's on a show on Showtime called Inside the NFL, which I believe the NFL controls pretty well too, right?
He's not on Inside the NFL anymore.
But I'm saying, when I brought it up, he said, "I'm on the NFL Network." He goes, he said it when he was on the NFL Network, but he got thrown off the show he didn't say it on.
Right.
That's the show he got tossed off of. But I thought I thought there was a lot of very interesting insight into football today. He kept bringing up the point, like, I play for pleasure on Sunday. It's the other 6 days they pay me. He goes, I go out there, that's pleasure. And his description of what it's like to beat a tackle and get to the quarterback and put him down, I thought was amazing.
Did you think he was going to be a bigger guy? I guess you had met him before, though.
And I think when I met him, he was a bigger guy.
Yeah. Well, he said he came out of high school. Down. He was 225 in high school, and he was over 300 when he was playing pro.
Right.
I mean, but he said he's smaller, but he was fast, and that's really why he was such an exceptional.
And he made the joke, which I don't think Howard got. He goes, I feel like I'm a big guy with a safety.
Safety, yeah.
Did you guys understand what he said? What he was saying that would have been a motivation for making up drug reports about him?
No, I don't think nobody understood what he had a conspiracy theory.
He said there was two new teams.
He said Jacksonville and Carolina were the expansion teams he was talking about.
Right.
And he said, but he never explained what the reason would be. Like
why would help someone if he wasn't.
Well, he said that there had to be an explanation why one of those teams didn't take him.
Right.
But I don't know who would be behind that. So does it mean that neither one of those teams wanted him, so they colluded to have him lower so it didn't look bad for them?
I couldn't figure it out. I mean, in Jacksonville took Baselli and Carolina took Kerry Collins. So who knows? The bottom line is Tampa had a great draft, and they ended up winning the Super Bowl a few years later. Bobby in Jersey, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, now. How are you guys?
Hey, Bobby.
This is like a recurring theme that I listen, avid listener. Howard always talks about kind of prematurely going, he can't hold his own sexually. And today Warren said the same thing. It baffles my mind that men that have been having sex for so long, still can't hold off. I don't know. It's weird to me that someone, even like Warren, who's had so many people in his life, like still will admit to something like premature ejaculation. It's just very odd. I wanted to know what you guys thought about
Well,
that.
I'm going to tell you right now, I fall more into their category, and I do feel really immature about it. But then I guess there's a part of me that says I still get excited. And that's a good thing.
Right.
It's
Yeah,
better than being not being able to, like, I would be much more embarrassed not to be able to get an erection.
I think when Dax and Bradley were in there, they talked about that too. Like, do you remember, Benji, who said that? Like, anybody who says they're going an hour, it's just not true.
Or I think Dax was saying that it's not like women, guys who like don't understand women, that women don't want it that long.
I've heard women say, like, not porn women, but women that I know say, you don't want a guy fucking you for an hour. That's just ridiculous. And it's like, get on with it already.
But every time I think, okay, this is a time. This is a time I'm gonna make it last. I'm gonna and then.
Do you ever have one of those where you're just doing so well, and then as soon as you tell yourself you're doing well, that's the end of it?
Jeff in Pittsburgh, you're on the wrap-up show.
That's what I'm saying. That was a great interview. It was one of those interviews where you felt like three guys sitting around a kitchen table with a woman in the background being robbed, and it just turned out to be a great interview, man.
Yeah, it was really good. And by the way, you really need to see it on Howard TV, because Will came over and he'll attest to this. Some of the faces that Warren was making, there was one time where Howard was talking about something and he had like this complete look of shock, and then he would have a look of anger. It was just he was making really funny faces.
Hey, it's Richie Wilson. On Tuesday's wrap-up show, there was a big discussion on who was omitted from my wedding invite list. A couple of guys from the radio side were a little pissed off. Lisa G wouldn't come down. And I think it all worked out well in the end because I defended myself and I explained why I cut those people off the list. So, check it out.
And we're going to get into Richie Wilson's wedding list. Some people left off. Some people, only actually 4 or 5 left off, mostly everybody included. I think on this show, the only way, not the only way, but almost the only way you find out how someone really feels about you is when these situations occur.
Well, I got a question for Richie. Did you see this bit coming?
Oh, yeah. You knew it was inevitable.
Right.
And when you're in it, Richie, I mean, you said yourself, you're black and white. This is how you stand. If someone doesn't like you, you want to know. And I'm sure you feel the same way. If you don't like somebody, you're going to let them know.
They know.
So did any of this come as a surprise to anybody today?
Richie does let people know,
yes,
right?
He does.
Where there are a lot of people here who don't.
I mean, with everything, if I like a restaurant, if I like a movie, if I like this, it's
but it's different
yes
with people.
No, but it's yes and no. I'm not going to blow.
People are at restaurants,
but I'm not going to blow smoke up your ass or up anybody's ass and be smiling to their face and then not like them or talk shit behind their back.
I think that the one thing I would disagree with you about today is when you said it's black and white. It really isn't black and white. In other words, there's people that I like here, and there's people that I like more than others here. And the people that I don't like as much as others doesn't mean I don't like them. It just means I haven't gotten to know them as well. And so there's a lot. It's not black and white. I don't either love someone or hate someone. There is a middle ground.
There is. Okay, then there's like, indifferent, and don't like.
Well, no, there's like a little bit more. It's not like, indifferent, and hate.
But
I mean, it is to you,
okay,
maybe.
like Steve Bernardo. I like Steve. I am very fond of Steve. But I think we have maybe 4 words a year to each other.
But okay,
you know what I mean? I like Steve.
But you got to the point where there were 5 people.
Actually, no, there's more. There's more. Ralph's not on the list.
Is Tracy?
Millman, yes. Because Rachel and Tracy hang out a lot off the air with Richard Christie's wife, and all those girls hang out.
I totally understand me being off the list. Totally get that. I was surprised at Will and Steve because it just seems a little glaring. But I think that having done this, it's always glaring when you leave somebody off.
Yeah, Will, you seem surprised in the sense that not that you were left off, but like Jason and other people were included.
Yeah, no, I did not expect to be invited to the wedding. But then when I saw that everybody else was invited, I go, okay, this is a message that he doesn't like you.
No, I like Will. There has to
just
be
not enough to invite him.
Cutoff line at some point. Like, okay, why wasn't I invited to your wedding?
I invited probably 3 guys from Howard TV. I didn't invite anybody from our news department.
That's all he invited from your office. 3
What
guys.
do you mean?
He invited John, Jason,
Scott the engineer,
Scott, JD, all the on-air people.
Tracy. Basically, all the people that his wife had a relationship. Did you invite anyone from the office that you wanted there?
Initially, the whole horseshoe, I was going to say no as a whole to.
What's a horseshoe?
The whole
The bullpen
area. Yeah, no as a whole to.
Right.
And Rachel was like, listen, I want Jon there. I've had a relationship with Jon. Jon's a great guy. I want him there. And then I said, okay, anybody else? And she said, Jason. I email Jason a lot. Every time I see him, we have a great time together. I want Jason there. And I said, great.
Jason good friends.
Yeah, I was sort of surprised by that too.
Every time she's up here, they get their little. They get like a little chatter group going. The two of them.
Rachel Fine, Richie Wilson. Yeah, no, I like her. She helps me out with the website. We talk dipping sauces all the time. She actually. I went to go see her last year sing in the city, and actually I think that made Richie and I better friends because then we found out we both watched the same TV shows, and you know.
And so, what's your relationship with Benji? Because Benji's always the wild card.
See, it's interesting. This is going to be fun. Benji got an invite without a +1. Benji got a solo invite.
Because I date Rachel.
No, Benji, is that insulting to you in any way?
Well, yeah, because I have a girlfriend, and that's a serious girlfriend.
And I'll be honest about that.
You don't want? Is it specifically
I'll tell
you don't
exactly
want her
why.
there?
We had 3 interactions with Elisa. 2 of them were extremely unpleasant.
Well,
do you know about that?
Well, when I didn't get a +1,
And
I
we also don't
assumed
want
it
the
was
Benji.
slight-
We don't want the Benji and Elisa show.
But Benji, did you know that there were 2 unpleasant interactions with your girlfriend and Rachel and Richie?
I don't know. If you want to, I don't know.
The first one was the night you brought her to Rick's to introduce her to a bunch of people, and she was very cold and rude to everybody there that night. And the second one was the Christmas party where she was just extremely rude to everybody.
Well, she was weird. I don't know that she was rude. She was odd.
No, but like when people said hello, it was hi and gave out like the. The bent hand.
Yeah, but she was. I look at her. She was under the hypnotic shtick coma of Benji.
She was in shtick coma.
Well, I wasn't gonna make a big deal, but when I didn't get a +1, I wasn't gonna go because I took that as a intentional
and
slight.
we figured that you were not gonna come.
That's the best invite ever. So if I have a bit, he won't come.
So it wasn't. So it was intentional.
No, but we figured we didn't want Elisa there. But we figured if we did that, Benji wasn't going to come. But we liked Benji, and we wanted to invite Benji. But we knew.
But I think I don't know. You're being very insulting to my girlfriend, who is a wonderful person. And if you don't like her, that's fine.
I'm just going by the interactions I've had. They've been unpleasant.
But you realize it's hard to split a couple up. In other words,
I know.
You would be insulted if you were invited. Someone said they want Rachel.
If Benji got invited and invited myself and not Rachel, I wouldn't go either.
All right, I do want to talk about one other thing because. The thing that I found most interesting this morning, like I said, I did not expect to be invited. When he said why Will wasn't invited, he had, I thought, a fairly reasonable explanation. Same for Steve. But Lisa G, flat out, you just don't like Lisa G.
No, she's a dud. Come on. You want somebody that was going to be fun. And we, listen, in the past, especially in the past few months of the way she's been on the show, with her whole, she wants to be paid for everything. She just let.
But are you basing this on the show or a personal relationship?
Both. She leaves a bad taste in my mouth.
Right, so you don't like her.
Yeah, pretty much, and she knows that. It's.
Does she? I got the impression when I saw her today that she might have learned it for the first time.
Oh no, she knows.
This came as a surprise to Lisa.
I think so. I went back to the office because I dropped off a piece of paper, and I just I said, "Were you surprised?" She's like, "A little."
Tim Sabian, are you offended that you're one of the few who are not invited to the Wilson Fine affair?
Well, Richie and I have known each other for a while, and I didn't really expect to be invited. I love Richie. I have no problems with him. I think we get along great, and we're just not. We don't hang out afterwards. If we hang out, it's comfortable. But we just don't spend a lot of time.
I will tell you this, Richie.
I would invite Tim. If I spend more time with Tim, he'd be on there in a second.
By the way, I honestly think a lot of Richie's stuff. I think there's a lot of jealousy against my girlfriend. I think Rachel is threatened by my girlfriend and jealous.
Not at all.
And I like Rachel
and
a lot.
Not at all threatened or
Don't worry
jealous.
about it, Richie. Tim won't go anyway.
Two of the encounters I found jealousy, and one I found pleasant.
No, now we're doing the Benji shtick.
Steve,
I'm not going to get into that.
No, I'm telling you, girls are very jealous of my girlfriend because she's very hot, and it makes a lot of girls very jealous.
She is very hot. I know you were wondering, why are you on this list?
I'll say this with people in this room, and I don't know how that goes, but I was not expecting to get invited to Richie's wedding, and what he said on the air is what I would expect. The problem is I know there's been contention with Gary in the past. Even Will, and there's been friction with Will and Richie, and I know that he doesn't like Lisa G. So with that math, that's what worries me, because then I'm either
you're the exception. You're okay,
but then by
I
that,
understand your point. I understand your point.
Okay, all right. Because everybody else, like he said, like if Lieberman's going and Scott and JD and blah blah blah. And
I mean, Lieberman's only been here for 9 months.
Yeah, so then I was just the guy that got left off, which it wouldn't be the first time. So
but I also interact with Lieberman a lot more, and Rob Martin I work with all the time, and I hang out with Rob.
You work with everyone here all the time.
But I hang out with Rob. I hang out with Rob. Rob and I are friends.
Look, when you say you hang out, like where do you guys hang out? Like what would you do?
Drinking. We go out to bars. Like I set him up on a date with a friend of mine.
Wait, hold on, guys. Will, what do you want to say?
No, I was just going to say, you can be honest. If it's because you don't like me, I know you say you don't like Gary, then that's fine. But I just wish you would say that rather than...
Right, you say you would tell somebody, so I want you to tell them.
Will. I like you. I don't know what the problem is. I like you.
Well, we also heard the comment, too, that, it was very black and white.
Right,
and like that's what worries me, too. Like, how could that be?
If I like you, I don't like you. And I like you, Will. I don't. Right. I mean, I do. I like you a lot. and I mean, there was that one time where you may have thought I was being cold, and you called me out on it, and it really made me say, "Oh shit, maybe I was being a little off to Will," and I felt bad about it. Right, and I made a conscious effort not to, because I like you.
Did the because you like Steve? Do people in different groups, like if Steve's rank of like, if someone in the TV room, would they have to have the same? If they had the same rank
Howard
of
TV
like,
guys not invited to the
no. What I'm saying is,
who are the Howard TV guys?
Is the threshold of like for Steve the same as someone in the Howard TV room, or do you have different?
But I also spend a lot more time with the Howard TV guys than I do with Steve.
So it is safe to say that you like me more than some of the guys that are invited that work for Howard TV.
No, Howard TV. A lot of Howard TV guys aren't invited. The only Howard TV guys that are coming, like the guys I've been around with.
Is Phelan coming?
Oh, yeah. I've known Phelan for 15 years.
So Phelan and Ganji.
Exactly.
I think what Steve is saying is there anyone from the Howard TV room that you invited because you worked alongside them for so long that maybe you actually like Steve better?
No, there's nobody that got an invite just because I worked with them for a long time.
You don't like me then. That's
I like Steve. No, everybody from Howard TV that I invited are people that I either have worked with for years or I've hung out with outside of work for a lot of...
I will give you one piece of small advice if you want to hear it. Just having been down this road myself. Not inviting somebody as high a caliber as Tim, but inviting their right arm, which I'm assuming McClure's invited, right?
Because Liza and Rachel are very good friends.
Big mistake. For whatever reason, I'm not. Sometimes there were people invited to my wedding that had to be invited. It's just the way life works.
But it's our wedding.
I got it. It was my wedding too. No, I got it, and I'm just saying.
We should be able to invite who we want.
You will, and you may pay the price for it down the road.
Okay.
One last question. How did Tabitha Stevens make the cut?
Exactly.
Tabitha
That's insulting.
and I have been friends for years. We email, we text. We're always in contact with each other.
Isn't it fun making lists, Richie?
I know.
Oh yeah.
And I sympathize on that level.
You went through this.
It's obnoxious, but and then the best part is, a year from now, the list could be completely different.
That's right.
Exactly. And you know what? In 10 years, we'll probably look at those pictures and go, who the fuck is that person?
I just celebrated my 20th anniversary, and I turned around to Mary and I go, what the fuck was her name? And Mary's, I couldn't remember. And I was like, what was that guy's name? Remember, we were such good friends with him and his girlfriend, and we couldn't remember their names.
Why isn't Steve Brandano in any of these photos?
20 years ago, you're going to look back at those photos and go, wow, remember when Jason was skinny? That's going to be scary. That's going to be scary. Hey, another tip. Tim writes a mean check. So, if there is an open spot.
But like, there must have been people you invited that you knew you had to invite when it comes to like family. You had to invite some. You're telling me.
Well, my family is very small. You can fit.
But I'm saying there's cousins and aunts and uncles that you know this, right? You have 100%. To invite them, and you invite them, and you're sitting there going, I can't believe I have to have my fucking cousins from wherever when there's a friend at work I'd rather have. But that's just the way it goes.
I had a section of the room devoted to people I didn't want at my wedding. It was like 3 tables in the back left corner. If you were sitting there, that's like the Scott Salem section of the. I mean, not at my wedding, the Scott Salem section, but general. Right. We call the Scott Salem section the place where the duds section.
Right, I know what you're saying.
I was at that table at Howard's wedding, right next to Scott Salem.
Oh, I know you guys were bitter about that. Who was at the table? Was you and Jason at Scott Salem?
No, not me. I had prime real estate.
Jason had a different table.
So who were you at the table? You and Scott Salem, Haji, the kid with one leg.
I don't even know if I want to get into the names who are at the table, but
Will
you can definitely tell you're on the potpourri table.
Will was in a different restaurant.
Yeah, exactly. Well then,
Ken, you're on the wrap-up show.
As far as Lisa's concerned, Richie, you couldn't have made a clearer statement. I mean, you said, Gary and I have had some run-ins. You said, Steve and I don't hang out. You said Will didn't invite me to his wedding, but you just flat out said, would you invite her?
When you're making a list, again, as somebody else speaking from experience, like what happens is, for me anyway, you go over and then you start looking for what are quote unquote the easier cuts. And, a guy like, Lisa G, where, hey, if you had an endless budget and an endless party, sure, she's on the list, but okay, you got to start making cuts.
I don't think she would be on Richie's list.
Well,
based
maybe
on
not.
What he said.
Yeah, like in other words, if the room were 250, Lisa and I still ain't coming, correct?
You would.
Wow.
See?
But
I
feel honored and bad for Lisa.
Here's the thing.
We should try and get Lisa.
The place holds 150. We invited 200.
Right.
And we're hoping that a lot of people cancel, and they're actually coming.
Right.
So we could be seriously fucked.
Oh, we used to. My running joke was when you get the card back from somebody that's not coming, it's like ka-ching. It's like you're making money.
We purposely invited people. Rachel has relatives in Australia and England, so they're the ones that we knew weren't going to come, so we had to invite them.
Are they coming?
Anyway, and now they're coming. So we're like, oh, shit.
Quick question. Like in the tournament, the basketball college tournament, it's last four in, last four out. So we're on that last four out list. So
maybe
I'm just trying to figure out where that line was. Who like, were you putting Jason and I together and saying, all right, one of these guys can't make it? Here's the upside and downside on both of them?
I wasn't doing that. I was just like, okay, is there anybody that we didn't invite? And Rachel was like, I like John and Jason a lot. And I was like, well, then it is everybody in that whole general bullpen area.
She said, fuck them.
And yeah, she said, fuck those guys. I hate them.
I mean, I was clearly, and I'm thrilled to be going. Thank you for inviting me. I appreciate it. You're my boy.
Regret that
but, I got an email from Richie about 2 weeks ago saying, hey, man, what's your address? And I figured that it was for the wedding. So that just proves, I wasn't on the early draft of the wedding list. So that just proves I came in later. And by the way, I did crunch the numbers. Richie would have to get married in Giant Stadium for Lisa G to be invited to the wedding.
What did you guys think of Fred's reaction today when the save the date came up?
I understood what Howard was saying. And again, I think Fred reacted a little too quickly. If you get a save the date card, I would say that that's a really good shot that you're invited. So when he said, I don't know if I'm invited, he could have even said, I think Fred, if he would have said, I got to save the date card. And Howard goes, oh, and that would have been it. But he goes, well, I'm not sure if I'm invited. And Howard goes, well, you either got an invitation or you didn't. It's a miscommunication, and Howard loves to exploit that.
I have a feeling that Fred didn't know if the invitation came.
Well, it may not have.
Actually,
but it might have, and he might have not even known that Allison might have got it, never even mentioned it to him yet.
Before Richie even speaks, here's another thing, John. I don't know if you remember when you get married. Did you send your invitations out in waves?
I'm trying to remember.
Like first wave, you wait a week, you see what comes back. Second wave, I think we had a first wave and a second wave. Is my small recollection of that.
I think we sent them all out in one shot, like family and friends. But we had, like Richie was saying, we knew, or at least we thought, some people weren't going to come.
Right. I think we waited to make sure some people weren't going to come to send out the second wave. Is my vague recollection. You sent yours all out at once?
Well, a week apart. Not.
But why a week apart?
Just that we had to get those stinky heart stamps. We had to buy more of and all that.
But it had nothing to do with
nothing like aid.
There was no hierarchy.
No. They all just. Fred. By the time he got to save the date and the invite was mailed, he moved. And that's what happened.
Oh, that would make sense.
Yeah, within like a 3-month time span.
John and Glenhead, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hello?
Hey, John.
Hey, how are you? Hey, Gary, it's John from the Vineyard.
Hey, John, what's up?
How are you? 2 quick points. Number one, I've been in the Mr. Mund's company many a times, Ronnie. I'm tired of people picking on him. He's such a gentleman and such a great guy. That's the one thing I want to pick on. And then the second thing is, Richie, how classless of a move to not invite Mrs. Jordana to the wedding and put poor Benji in this situation. And those of you that are friends with Mr. Wilson, you should really think about his character and what type of person he is, because I wouldn't want to be friends with a guy like that.
Wow.
That's why you're not my friend.
No, I know, but it's...
John happens to be a nice guy, but I don't know why he's picking on you, man.
I don't care.
He doesn't like you.
That's fine.
I like you, John.
It probably would have been better to either all in on Benji or not at all.
You're right. You're 100% right. In hindsight, you're 100% right on that.
See, Richie and I agree on some stuff.
Yeah, we have moments.
Are you hurt?
He's awful quiet. He must be hurt.
No, well, it's kind of... I don't like when people take shots at my girlfriend. I think, like I said, it's out of jealousy. She's much hotter than the average girl here. And she's much more talented. And I think there's a lot of jealousy and a lot of fear of that.
There isn't, Benji, I'll tell you right now to your face. There isn't jealousy. I'm
jealous of her.
The night that we first met at Rick's, Ronnie was there. was a general consensus that she was not a nice person the night everybody met her.
Yeah, everybody thought she was a snot.
Exactly.
To be honest with you.
Because she doesn't lay all over you guys.
No.
Sorry, you know?
No, it wasn't lay all over. It was hello, I am, and it was an attitude.
And
it was an attitude
she's
back.
shy. She's
and
a
then
little
the next
shy.
night
She's
at
a
the
little
Christmas
quiet.
party, which was discussed about on the air big time, that a lot of people have problems with her.
Well, I think you guys
if that's her
expect
way of
girls,
coming across,
you
maybe
guys
she was
expect
shy.
a certain type of girl.
No.
She's a little bit classier, a little bit brighter, a little bit more talented, and that's what happens.
Then who? Then like my wife, as a for instance?
Than me.
Oh.
Okay. I understand.
Well, I mean, what are you going to do moving forward now? Are you going to invite anybody who's not invited?
Well,
Are you
see,
gonna
to me, that's even a more obnoxious slap in the face thing. It's more condescending to say, "Oh, Gary, here's your invite anyway."
Well, I mean, you could say,
would you take that as like, "What the fuck? I'm an afterthought" or something like that?
Listen, again, I'm not expecting.
No, I'm saying,
but it could if you came to me and you said, "You know what? I thought about this, and we've had our differences in the past, but I would like to try to put it behind us. So I'd like to invite you." That I would understand. But if you just said, "Here's an invitation," it just came in the mail, that'd be
Do you
weird.
want to know, Gary, the honest truth? It was 50-50 with you up until like the last second.
Yeah, I thought that
it wasn't a hard no right off the bat, like fuck him. No, it was 50-50 up
about
to the
this
last second.
when I knew the invites
It
were
really
going
was.
out. I thought it was if I was going to get invited at all, it was going to be Rachel's decision. Because I think,
she likes you
with
a
the
lot.
exception of pulling her chair away from her, I think we mostly get
Yeah,
along
she
really
likes you a
well.
lot.
And I happen to like her a lot. And again, I don't want to insult you with this. I think that you have, since you guys got back together and got engaged and all that, I really think you've become a nicer person.
I've tried to be.
But I've actually seen that.
I've made a conscious effort.
And when I
Thank you.
said you've
Thank
changed,
you for noticing it.
But I said when you've changed in the last, when I said you changed in the last 2 years, I really feel that. And by the way, just so you know, when Howard came back and said something on the air that day, and you said, "Oh, Gary must have clouded him at dinner," this is exactly how it went. Beth, the lovely, sweet Beth, who's the nicest person in the world, we're sitting at dinner, and she goes, "Oh my God!" She goes, "It's gonna be so much
Yeah, I
fun."
heard about this, yeah.
Did you get the invitation to Richie's wedding? And I go, "No." And she goes, oh. I said, "I won't be getting an invitation." And she said, "Why not?" I said, "I don't think Richie likes me." I said, "We don't get along that well." And that was it. I didn't say nobody likes Richie or anything like that.
Right when
But
I came out the studio, people were like, "Whoa!"
She was surprised to find that out. Beth was really surprised. Beth thinks everybody likes everybody.
Yeah.
Which is a good way to live life.
Yeah, it's a great attitude if you can have that. Now,
I got that attitude.
Oh, yeah. On Wednesday's wrap-up show, all the talk was about Bobo's treasure trade, everything that Bobo went through to get his valuable items for his shrine, and how Sal shined. And speaking of Sal, he told us the genesis of Twat Raper and the difference between a legitimate rape parody song and an illegitimate rape parody song. Yes, you got to see that.
Today's show, the main attraction, I guess, was Bobo and Bobo's treasure trade, the jingle that we can't get out of our heads. And so much went into this game, and a lot of different games were being played during it, but Bobo had no idea what was happening. He knew to bring in his stuff, but he didn't know that he was going to possibly get anything. That all came as news to him. But he was here extra early and prepared, and I think he had a good time doing what he did. Doug Goodstein, do you agree?
I think he did. I just, personally, I wish it was more destruction of his items, which we didn't really go there. You saw he wasn't going to part with that stuff. But the physical stuff was fantastic.
I'll tell you, the thing that surprised me the most was the Leroy Neiman poster. Like, I know it's his most treasured item, and he loves it. He wasn't going to give that up for anything. Like,
No,
I wonder
nothing.
if what Howard could have done. Maybe Howard could offer like a photo session or something like that.
No, I think if Howard said, "I'll give you everything."
Oh,
that
for the
probably
Neiman.
Yeah, that probably would have been about it.
But John, can I ask a quick question?
Sure, Steve.
Who is Leroy Neiman? Should I know him?
Yeah.
What's the deal?
He's a famous artist.
He just
You should
died.
definitely know
And
him.
what does he have to do with Howard?
He did a painting for Howard back in the day for the show that Howard hung up in his place, and then Howard in turn gave it to Bobo.
Oh, Howard gave it to Bobo?
Yeah.
Oh.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
There's got to be other people that did.
Which is funny because turns out Bobo destroyed it himself. He just that's what
He broke it in the car?
Yeah.
The poor guy.
Really? Yeah, the frame cracked.
Now, as things came up, the first thing offered to Bobo was Robin's bra, and I didn't think he was going to take it. The stunt was offered, and then a trivia question, and you could tell he wanted it, but I think he thought
that was the whole game. Like, it would be the bra. And once it clicked, and it takes a little while to click with Bobo, that there'd be more stuff coming, he jumped all over it. And that's where my pal over here came in to shine. Sal, congratulations. Will you not smoke that in here?
Sorry. Thank you.
Seriously, don't bring the electric cigarette in here.
I'm celebrating.
Celebrating what?
Painting my cock on Bobo's face.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
That was one of the
painting Bobo's face with my cock.
That was one of only a few things that you did.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun with it.
And what did you enjoy the most? The painting, the pubic hair mustache with Richard?
I think everything was equal.
Really?
Yeah. These stunts are like my children. I don't discriminate. I like them all equally. So
yeah,
it worked out well.
I mean, everyone contributed a bunch of stunts, and I know you had a ton of ideas with Richard on what to do with this.
It all happened so quickly yesterday in the meeting. Everything shifted gears real quick, and Howard said, what if we can throw in some stunts as well? And boom, we just started putting them together immediately.
Yeah. The only thing that was a bummer about the segment is that it only was those 3 stunts. I mean, we could have gone for 5 hours. There were so many things, and there was no. I think Bubba would have gone for everything.
Like when Howard went
as long as it was just the physical stunts. I mean, he went for it.
When Howard said the tickle chair, I'm like, oh God, it's over. We could have done so much more. We were going to play the bongos on Bobo's head with our penises, Richard and myself. We had a lot more ideas.
Did Richard enjoy shaving you for the mustache?
Absolutely. I told him, I said, you need to be my shaver. He goes, you got it, buddy. I love to be your shaver.
Did he work the ass hair in, or did you guys...
He got a few of them. Definitely got a few of them. And that was pretty good. I loved when he went for the ass hair.
Do you feel gay at all? Like, I mean, you did very homosexual type stuff. I mean, you put your penis in a guy's face. You had the guy shaving your balls.
No,
Did
not
you
at
feel
all.
Proud of yourself?
Absolutely. Do you?
Yeah,
you're the one running this cockamamie
organization.
organization.
I think it's great. I'm proud of you.
We've been down this road so many times, Doug. Clearly, Sal and Richard believe what they're doing is for the humor and funny, but not sexual in any kind of way.
Of course.
Ask any gay person if they got an erection from me doing it. It might be gay. All I heard was laughter. So it could be. If people want to perceive it as gay, sure. I'm not gay. I'm not going home today looking to suck a penis. I don't get. It's not like I'm going to go to some gay porn.
So when you're painting Bobo's nose with your penis, there's not any sense of arousal just because you're touching somebody else with it, and
probably just the opposite. Just the opposite. Here I am putting my penis on a man's nose. There's no way I'm going to get erect. If anything, it's kind of shriveling up a little bit. That's why I give it a good stretch on the pouch. And that kind of serves.
You know what's strange? I got to go back and check tape, but Scott DePace swears that something fell out of your pouch when you first pulled down your pants.
Really?
Is that possible? Do you have any schmegma or something in there?
No, it's clean as a whistle right now.
You sure?
Yeah, you want to come and smell it?
No, thank you.
Sal,
let John do that.
While you're here, I'll do that during the break. While you're here, I want to ask you about...
Well, John, I'm over the age of 11. You sure you want to go down there?
We didn't get a chance to talk about your song yesterday.
Oh, Twat Raper.
I wanted you to come down, and you didn't come down, but...
Oh.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Howard was repulsed by it.
Well, I think that's your goal sometimes.
It is. There's nothing better than shocking the shock jock. I think there's no greater form of admiration.
Where did you come up with that? Did you hear the real song and suddenly it just fit, or what? Yeah, tell me the genesis of Twat Raper.
I heard it on my my iPhone, when I was working out.
And how do you come up with the scenarios within the song? Is that just things that pop into your head? What happened? The different things you want to do to her, or
no? Look, like I said, boobs, lube, round, brown. Gets a little monotonous after a while, gets a little redundant. So you need to shake it up. You need to raise the bar.
Were you surprised by how Howard reacted to the song?
No, I didn't know which way he would go. I was actually glad that he said he was disgusted by it and played it versus just deleting it and ignoring it altogether. To me, that's a great accomplishment when he plays something out of disgust. It's fun. It's great. By far, I'm not looking to rape her. I'm looking at as a, what is that called? Like the brothers do it to each other. Term of endearment. That's a term of endearment.
What do you mean the brothers do it?
You know how you can't say the N-word, but if you do say it, you say it as a term of endearment. That's the only time it's acceptable, which I understand. When I'm saying I want to rape Robin, it's not I really want to rape her. I don't want to commit an illegal act. I don't want to violate her. I want to consensually have mad, pussy-pounding, ass-bruising sex with her. And if you love somebody and you say that, it's not offensive. If you love somebody. If you don't, it's different. It was this is a legitimate twat rape song, not an illegitimate.
What would an illegitimate twat rape song be?
And just keep talking for the next 10 minutes. This is great.
An illegitimate twat rape song would be somebody who legitimately wants to rape somebody.
So you're saying that you don't want to rape Robin, of
Do
course.
you think I do?
No, but
Of course not.
But
I
I
mean,
think
come
you.
on,
But I think you'd love to have sex with her.
Who wouldn't? I'd have sex with you at this point in my marriage.
What did you think of Robin's reaction to the song?
I was very impressed. I was hoping that she would be, slightly taken off, and I she was, but I liked it. It made me laugh my ass off. I just thought it was at the end. It was funny, when you in a typical average job, you don't take out your penis and make a clown nose on somebody, but it's funny.
Mm-hmm.
It works perfect in this environment.
Would you play it for your wife?
Yeah. I mean, there's no need to, but yeah.
All right.
I don't think she thinks anything by it, but I love the song. I thought it was great.
Well done. You should be proud.
Did you like it?
I did.
Oh,
I enjoyed it.
What'd you think, Doug?
Any song?
I actually missed it.
Any song you do makes me laugh. You know
thanks.
that.
Thanks. I have to do a John Hines song then.
You have to do one of those. Teddy, let's take a break.
Kid Raper!
Come back.
Kid Raper!
We'll talk more about
He's
Bobo's
gonna throw you in his trunk!
treasure trade. We'll move off of Twat Raper and back to the treasure trade. And Gary, I was saying before you came in that there were a lot of different games really going on during the segment.
Yes, and I was very, very nervous about this morning because this is one of those bits that, to take a phrase from Tim, had a lot of moving parts. And there were a lot of areas where it could have gone a lot of different ways. This also was the morning that Howard was coming off of America's Got Talent and had to work again. So I had a meeting yesterday with myself, Will, Doug, Richie Wilson. We all sat down and we went over everything a lot. And we tried to make it as easy as possible. I mean, Will did the bulk of the work, but, I was so afraid. I was just praying for it to be 8 o'clock because I wanted this to be done and just go correctly.
Did you think Bobo would give up that Leroy Neiman poster for anything?
Yeah, he was very attached to that.
And the OJ mask he passed on, basically, right? But he wanted your beekeeper mask.
He did.
Lost his eyebrows for that, right?
I was surprised that he passed. I know it's weird, but I was surprised that he passed on the tombstone because it's so one of a kind and it's so well known from the show. And off the record, we really wanted him to take it because we just wanted out of here. Right. It was almost like garbage. We're like, please win it so we can get rid of it.
Did you know, why? Did you hear why he said he did?
Yeah, he said he thought it was.
It freaked him out.
He thought it was
too.
freaky, but he's like a tribble attached to Howard. He feels what Howard feels.
But not only, I don't think it only freaked. It just didn't just freak him out as a death kind of thing, but like the thought of Howard dying,
right,
is so upsetting to him.
No, I get it, but Howard, if it freaks Howard out, it freaks Bobo out.
To me, the highlight of the whole bit, and I thought the bit was very strong, was when the guy called in at the end and criticized Bobo, as a fan, and Bobo immediately, commanded respect as he's got Sal's, paint from Sal's penis on his
part of
face.
that. Did you notice that he said, "What are you? Go back to your 9-to-5 job." What the fuck does that mean?
But he knew it as opposed to his 12 to 8 job.
What is that? We were like, what does that mean? Like, decipher that.
Well, I think it means that I think that Bobo thinks that he's special as a super fan of the show. But his job is as regular as it gets. He's got like a 9-to-5 top job. There's nothing wrong with having a 9-to-5
but maybe he meant because then he's successful. Isn't he sort of retired because he made a lot of money?
He's semi-retired. Yeah, he retired from the post office, and he does.
Oh, he's a postal worker.
He was, yeah.
Oh my God, that explains everything.
I thought he gave defensive
He went
driving.
postal many years ago.
No, wait, I thought he was a defensive driving.
That's what he does
instructor.
now. No, I understand why he's semi-retired because he probably worked for the post office for 30 years.
Right.
He's probably on full pension, and so he can do a job where he doesn't have to work full time because the pension and a little part-time work makes it work.
Now, do you get sentimental about any of the stuff that he took? I know he got some carts, the tickle chair.
I got to tell you, the carts, they've been in my office for a while. I took them when we left K-Rock, and so I have 4 carts in my office. A song of DeBella, Baldy Baldy, John with Ringo Starr, the Tarantella music, and a cart of when Jackson played football, and the announcer announced it, Howard played it on the air. And I think I just grabbed those randomly on the last day, but I remember thinking, all right, John with Ringo, that's a big deal. That's iconic. Oh, and I have China singing her song. Oh. And so I had to give a couple up yesterday, and I was almost hoping he wouldn't take them because they actually mean something to me, although they're fucking useless.
And the tickle chair, I mean, that I was sad to see that go.
Well, again.
we look at that as It is sort of one of a kind, but it really is just like a Adirondack wood chair, and then you just could get straps.
That was we had a discussion because at one point we were thinking about putting the Robo Spanker up or the Wheel of Sex,
right?
And those are much more difficult to replace. So the tickle chair is easy to replace, but it is the one chair that all that stuff happened, and so it worked out well.
It has a lot of history. I mean, you go back, that probably has been featured on 50, 60
Who was the chick that I kept pouring water on? Was that Maria
Nikki's?
Oh, no.
Nikki Ziering, I think it was.
She kept saying she wanted to drink water. I kept pouring it on her like a wet T-shirt.
There was a waitress who worked at the Penthouse Club that was the hottest one ever that you poured a ton of water on. And, God, to this day, the hottest chick ever in the history of the show. I mean, I would take the wooden planks that her vagina rested on
and twat rape them.
Yeah, I really would. I really would violate those things. She was
legitimately.
So hot. Yeah.
Stephen Philly, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, John, Gary, what's happening? I just want to. Do you think Bobo's stuff's going to be worth a lot? All his memorabilia put together is going to be worth a lot of money one day when Howard retires?
I think I can answer this. You know, the charity that I work for, we're always talking about ways to raise money, right? So one of the guys that works there, he said, you know, go into your attic. Like a lot of us worked in the record business. We have like old records or whatever. So I went into my closet. I have like the shirt from Howard's 40th birthday. I've got a jacket from Private Parts, a bunch of stuff. And I was going to put it up for auction for the charity. And I went online and looked, and it just didn't seem to be worth it. It didn't seem to that it would generate enough money for me to part with it.
Yeah, that's interesting. I would think some of the stuff, depending on how unique it is, I guess, and like, I'm thinking the tickle chair. I know you said it's an Adirondack chair, but based on the history and fans of the show, I guess if they bid against each other, maybe then
I also think that Howard has to sort of legitimize it.
Yeah,
Howard
sign it.
And not only sign it, but Howard. If Howard says,
today? What happened today gives the items huge legitimacy.
Right, that's right.
But I wonder, like, are you saying if in 25 years will Bobo be able to say, I've got the tickle chair from the Howard Stern Show, and somebody's going to go, oh my God, that's worth a lot of money, and somebody's going to go, fucking, I don't care.
Probably both.
I think it's worth nothing because I think it's splintered on the LAE right now.
But it's still
I
the
think
chair.
that's coming out of the car.
Listen, it's like
no doubt.
it's like getting a piece of wood from Yankee Stadium. At the end of the day, it's a piece of wood.
I think he'll end up, and you'll have to check in 20 years. I think it'll be like $1 million collection or more.
I disagree.
Well, I asked him that when I did the Bobo Shrine tour.
Yeah, what does he think it's worth?
I said, what is this worth? He goes, well, it's priceless to me. I said, well, put a price on it. He goes, oh, it's got to be in the millions.
But like any piece of memorabilia, any autograph, any other stuff, it's worth as much as somebody's willing to pay for it.
I mean, I guess an insurer would know, like, have some idea of.
Yeah, I don't think Bobo's collection is worth. It may not be worth $25,000.
What about definitely less than that? I mean, it's pretty much newspaper clippings and magazines and books.
Well, he's got some autograph stuff
that is unique. I mean, there's lots of photos; those aren't worth shit. It's the stuff that's signed. The books, the stuff we gave him today has some value. And,
I laughed really hard. I was watching the piece that you guys put together that's going to run on TV, and he was even impressed that he's got a copy of a book that my mother signed, which made me laugh my ass off.
That's his number 2 most valuable thing.
Sal, what do you think of Bobo's passion? Because you're a passionate fan of the show, and of course you're part of the show now, but do you understand where he's coming from, why this stuff means so much to him, what he'd be willing to do to get some stuff from the show?
You know, everybody has their thing, and for Bobo, it's this show. I certainly get it. There was a show one time on MTV. What was it called? There was these people who were obsessed with certain bands and whatnot, and they had the most ridiculous things. There are people who collect locks of hair from rock stars and whatnot.
What about you before you worked on the show? Did you ever collect memorabilia from the show?
The only thing I have from the show is when I was a guest on it, you guys signed a book, which I still have, and Howard signed a Private Parts poster. That's it.
But you were never big into you're not one of those guys like, God, I'd really love to have the seat cushion.
No, I'm not a collector type of guy. I just don't collect stuff. It's not me. But I get it. I mean, Bobo's obsessed with the show. It's an obsession, and you know what? If it makes him happy, so be it. The guy's been listening for so long. He is a super fan. He got something good out of it. Like my cock hair on his face?
Dax Shepard is on Parenthood. Bradley Cooper's a
movie actor.
Movie star. Dax wrote a movie. He got everybody in it. Everyone except me.
Has he got his wife in it?
He's got
his girlfriend. Sorry.
His girlfriend. Yeah, but he didn't get her naked.
He didn't?
No. It's a good movie. I saw it, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's getting good reviews.
Yeah, it's real good. It's fun. We'll talk to those guys about the movie business, what it costs to make a movie, because I'm thinking, like, a lot of people in the audience would like to make a movie. And it seems like Dax got it done for a couple of bucks.
There's room now. They're not making that many movies. I think you could make a movie now and actually get it shown.
Seems like if you can make a movie, like, real cheap, they'll let you make one. So we'll find out.
And show it.
What's cheap?
Nowadays, I don't know. We got to talk to these guys.
Let's see what Dax makes these movies for.
Yeah. All right. Let's take a break. We'll find out about the movie business in a minute. It'd be good for some people like Eric the Midget and Bobo. They're thinking of making a film.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
they're collaborating.
Right. Yeah, they're writing. They're in the studio writing now. All right. We'll be back right after these words.
Bradley. Hey. Welcome back, man. You don't look as nervous this time.
I was nervous last time. Was I? I can't remember.
Well, it was your first time,
but he made me feel comfortable.
Yeah, it was a good interview. I remember. It was pretty cool. So you're here with there's Dax.
The big man.
How's it going?
Good. How are you doing?
Not bad. Not bad. What's going on, Dax?
You know, it's what time is it? 6:40.
Yeah.
You got a fucking camera right in my face.
Yeah. So that's
yeah.
Exactly
how you doing?
A lot better being on this side of it. So
Would you wake up at 4 preparing for this?
Yeah, exactly, for this wonderful interview I'm doing. But hit and run.
Yes, sir. Hit and run.
That's what you're promoting.
You better believe I am.
And I'm
the
sure
shit out of it.
And I'm sure that's all you'll talk about today.
Yes, hit
That's
and run. If something didn't happen in so hit and run, you look great. There's no way I possibly look great. I haven't received any makeup yet. We're actually cutting into my makeup time, and I'm going to look like shit on the... What's the name of the program we're doing? We're doing the Today Show. I'm going to look like shit on the Today Show all because of this interview. So which goes where? To your fucking blog or something?
Exactly.
Where does this thing go?
It's Howard TV, but I run it out of my basement.
So maybe we give it a little...
we'll give it a little time.
A little breakage.
All right. Now would be a good time to cut this up.
Okay.
All right. Good luck, fellas.
So doing Bradley first. He broke up with Renee Zellweger 2 days after his last appearance here.
Wait, so can I just say something, Howard? Here's the thing. He came here. He sat here. He knew it was over. So he's a big fan of the show. My question is, what's it like to do your show knowing that it's over, but you can't say it? That's what I really... Lying. Yeah, no, and knowing that he has to lie to you. I love that whole idea.
All right, Dax Shepard and Bradley Cooper are in a movie together called Hit and Run. Both guys came in today. Look at this.
Hey, what's up, man?
Look at you dudes. Where's Dax? Duty or pee-pee?
Oh, my.
What's it? Dax, what'd you take a dump?
Yeah.
Hey, man, we work here.
Not very professional.
Good to see you. Thank you.
Look at these two handsome fellas.
Oh, thank you.
Look at the movie stars. All right. I love it. I love it. That's what I love.
A television star and a movie star on
well,
one couch.
You're both in the same movie. Now, Dax, when you get Bradley Cooper to be in a movie,
yes,
because you wrote this movie and you directed the movie.
Yes.
But Bradley's a tough guy to get because of the success of Hangover and all of that. His quote is very high.
Yes. Well,
so do you call in a favor?
I absolutely do. And let me just say,
are you guys personal friends?
Yeah, we've been friends for over a decade. Best friends, pretty much.
So how does that work? Do you ask him directly, or do you have to call his agent?
No, I ask him directly. In fact, I call him and I say, hey, I want to do a car chase movie. I want to write a role for you in the movie. What do you think about that? And he says, yeah, I would love to do that.
Yeah, but Bradley, you have a quote.
Why do you say that?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Can you say no to Dax? Could you have?
I could have. He has.
He has? To what?
Yeah, the most recent movie I wrote that we were going to do together, he said, no, it's a little bit too much like Hangover for me, for my character. And I go, okay, I totally respect that. And we are
not problem. Even for me, for the movie, too. I thought that it would, because it's not like The Hangover, but there's certain elements, and I think if I played it, it would do his movie a disservice.
So you hated the movie Dax wrote. And you didn't
I loved it. Actually, and it's going to be a great movie.
It was the same character name, and no.
Was it weird that the movie was called Hangover 3?
Yeah. And they go to Vietnam instead of...
Yeah, right. No, but that is an uncomfortable position.
Zach and Ed said yes weirdly, though.
You know what, Howard?
They didn't think it was
familiar.
Yeah.
But seriously, seriously, I have friends who ask me to do favors. Some friends who all they ask of me is favors. Like they have no other relationship with me but to ask favors.
Yeah.
And it's very difficult to say to a friend, no, I'm not going to be in your movie.
But here's the difference. It's a no-brainer because you know him. He's one of the smartest guys I know. He's one of the most talented guys I know.
I'm one of the most talented and smart guys you know.
I don't know you that well.
You know me well enough.
Well, you're
to
not
say
one of. You're the most. You're the smartest.
So it's he's actually doing me a favor, and it wound up being correct because it's a really you saw the movie.
I love the movie.
Yeah, I mean it's really good.
I saw it last night. I enjoyed it.
Oh, you watched it?
Yeah,
That's
I loved it.
So flattering. Thank you.
Yeah, no, I loved it. I thought it was great.
And did Beth like it? Did she swoon?
She didn't see it.
What?
She went out to a movie premiere.
Oh my God! Oh, great! What movie?
She went to see. What are you saying? She went to see a real movie? What are you saying?
She went to see a movie in a theater. No. She saw something with Gwyneth Paltrow and.
As long as it's not one of our competitors, the bicycle movie or the horror movie, then I'm
is
fine.
Gwyneth Paltrow in any of those movies?
She's in both those movies. Yeah, no, I don't think she's in either of those.
Now it seemed to me you called. I went to.
I want to acknowledge.
I went to Jimmy Kimmel's party. And it seemed to me you got the entire cast from Jimmy Kimmel's party. It was everybody who was at the party.
I wasn't
except
at the
for
party.
Bradley.
Yeah.
Bradley was the only one not there.
Right. Well, I mean, I think the only person in the movie that was at that party is Kristen. So I also
Tom Arnold.
Yes. Well, you're right. You're
That's
dead right.
No, I went through it.
Yep. You're right.
Was this a party in Los Angeles?
At Kimmel's party for Stern.
That's
big party.
That's right.
I never heard about it.
Yes.
Oh, well, you'll come this year.
Okay.
Yeah, you have to come to the party. It is the party of the year.
It really is the party. It's
What happened
I've been
there?
to a few parties. Well, what's amazing is you see A-list celebrities tooling around a party, terrified to talk to him. It's just a really fun
I go to the
dynamic.
party and no one will talk to me.
It's like when
they all have fun.
It's a party in your honor.
Was it
that
for
no
your
one speaks
birthday,
to
or
you.
was it just
No, because I never go to L.A. Jimmy
Got
uses that as an excuse to have people over to his house.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's it.
But it's a really great party.
It is
Even
a
you
fun
agree because
party.
you've never wanted that party, and both
I like
times
it.
you've left in a really great mood.
Bradley, you were in the movie The A-Team.
Yeah.
The A-Team was directed by a guy named Tony Scott.
No. Joe Carnahan directed the A-Team.
Why do I think Tony Scott directed that?
Because they produced it. The Scott brothers produced it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because the guy just killed himself.
I know. We just read about that.
Did you know this guy?
I met him once.
And he's Ridley Scott's brother.
Correct. He
And
directed Top Gun and
Top Gun.
True Romance.
Right.
Yeah.
Why would you kill yourself if you're a successful director? I could understand if you're not. But why?
Yeah, this guy made it.
Yeah.
Well, there's got to be stuff going on, obviously, that we don't
And
know
also,
about
we
yet.
don't know that he. I mean, is it confirmed that he
He
killed
jumped
himself?
off a bridge.
He pulled his car over to the side of the road and left a suicide note.
I heard Bradley stole his
But
girlfriend.
we know. No, I'm just.
Ocam's razor would suggest that he probably committed suicide.
Before we get into the movie and how because a lot of people in my audience want to make a movie, so we're going to get a lesson in that from you guys.
Great.
Because,
How did Dax learn to make movies?
Hey, don't act so shy. I wanted to say, Robin, I'm so flattered that you said that we were both your boyfriends, because when I was here last time, I saw you light up at the mention of Cooper's name, and I thought, boy, I wish she had that reaction to me, and now I feel like you did.
How do you
You're
pay,
right up there.
Let me get into this. How do you pay Bradley Cooper? In other words, you've got to negotiate with his agent, right? He agrees to do.
No,
we did it all. We just did it together, and then I told my agent, who's our agent now, and at the time still was our agent, that this is what's happening.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold it a second.
And I want to be on record.
You told your agent this is what's happening?
Yes. This is the fee we've talked about.
How much does it cost to make a movie like Hit and Run?
Well, I'm not exaggerating.
Don't fumble around. Don't be Mitt Romney. Come out with it. Come out with the truth.
All I'm going to say is it would take most people about $15 or $20 million to make the movie, because they don't have the cars. Those are all my real life cars. These are my real life friends who
a lot of stunts.
Tons of stunts that I did.
Yeah, he did.
That I
you
did
know
all
that. He did
myself.
all the driving.
Impressive.
Thank you. So all those elements I brought to it, Kristen Bell, the cars, Bradley Cooper, that package is worth, at a minimum, at least $15 million. Now, I was able to get that done for a few $1 million, which is really...
So what do you offer Bradley? Let me be his agent, because his agent probably wants to pull his hair out.
He has ownership. Like all the actors in the movie, we all share if the thing does well.
We get a piece of the action?
Yes.
But where
no
does the
little
money
taste.
come from?
No salary.
From the movie-going audience, Robin.
No, where does the money come to make
the initial?
Yeah, to make the
movie.
Oh, from an investor who says,
Did
okay,
you go out and find this guy?
Yes. Well, my partner, Nate Tuck, who's a genius, he, in 5 days, found this guy who put money in a bank account. I thought we were getting involved with the mob or something. And the guy called me and said, let me deposit this money. I said, this doesn't feel right. We've never even met.
But isn't this a tremendous responsibility? Some guy puts up $15 million, whatever, a bunch of business guys, and all of a sudden they're depending on you to make them back their investment. I mean, I'd be scared.
You saw me 2 days after we wrapped. I don't know if you remember, but when Kristen and I visited you, we had just finished like 24 hours before that. And if you remember, I
thought you were bullshitting. I didn't know you really had a movie.
I suspected that you didn't think that.
A movie. I don't know what he's talking about.
Everyone's talking about projects at dinner, and I had to make one up.
And do you get Kristen? Do you get Kristen Bell is your fiance?
Yes, my lover.
You will not marry her until gay marriage is legal.
Yes,
smart move.
Right.
Where? Everywhere?
No, in California. Thank you for specifying that, Robin.
On Mars, it's got to be legal.
Very liberal on Mars.
Why did you just say you don't want to get married?
You know me.